Ready, bud?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ooh!
Crisp.
Burp. Right off the bat, dude. Damn, that was rude.
You haven't even got in you yet.
Firstly, I gotta say thank you because you really saved our ass.
Yeah, man.
And we, here at Crashcast, we tend to drop the ball from time to time, and we don't understand that holidays happen because we don't have families,
Dude.
so we don't give a fuck.
Professional at dropping the ball, so
Dude,
I feel you there.
Professional ball droppers.
Will, cheers
clip
to that.
What's the
Boom.
What's the teabagging?
Yeah. The Master Chief.
The video. That's it. Halo.
Man, I miss like the Halo days. Like I used to definitely stay up like super late playing like Halo 1, 2, and 3, but I kind of grew out of it.
I look at those days as the days I lost all my friends because I was not a video game person. And yeah, no, literally,
I broke his game because now he'll pay attention.
My friend
to me.
owned a video store, which you think would be awesome, like your
Yeah.
buddy. And this is back before streaming, so. You can just walk in, grab a movie, no cost. Yeah, take whatever you want. No, because you'd go there to hang out, and what ended up happening is everybody. Do you remember LAN parties where you'd have to bring your own television?
Yeah.
Fuck the thing, like the whole setup, and they would bring all their shit, and they would be littered throughout the place. And I'm just sitting there like, man, this is fucking boring. They're all playing, having a good old time, and I'm just watching. Like, fuck this, dude.
It took me a while to get into like the online gaming and stuff. I never really got into it. I mean, Call of Duty's what I played mainly, but
How old are you though?
28.
Okay, so fair. You've seen it all then.
Yeah, I spent more time outside. Honestly,
Yeah,
I was
same.
always skating and like
Our haircuts explain it.
yeah, it's mullet madness right now.
We should start our own wrestling team.
Dude, I was just finishing up the last one. I'm still got a little bit on there, but hearing all the like wrestling stuff, I'm like, man.
Have you been yet?
I haven't been.
Bro.
Are they going to do another one
The
at
29th.
this month?
Yes, like in like 2 weeks. Please,
Okay.
I implore every one of you. If you like fucked up crazy shit, it is the best fucked up crazy shit you will ever see. I cannot state it enough. It's a fact. It's a hard fucking fact.
I need to go. Yeah, we've got the show on the 28th.
You think stage diving is cool? Wait
Off
till
the
you see a
turnbuckle.
motherfucker. Yes,
Like-
off a turnbuckle smashing through somebody. And there's a death match. The boy Sleazy, him and Blackwell are doing a fucking death match. It's going to be bonkers.
So this is going to be at Vino's.
On the 29th, dude.
Sick. I've got to see the pizza
Please
getting
come.
stapled
Please
to
come,
the
dude.
head. That I'm like listening to that and just imagining it.
I've got.
Oh my
Kurt
god.
has. I have literally right. His head was basically in my crotch. There's nowhere to go. There's people everywhere, so I just put the camera down like this. It's amazing.
Dude. I've never experienced anything like that. I used to watch wrestling like growing up and
Sure.
stuff, and of course my dad is just like practicing move after move on me because I was.
Just snatch your little body. up,
Oh
put you in a
yeah,
pretzel.
I think the worst story with that is we had a pull-out bed on a couch.
Oh, yeah.
and when
Classic.
my dad had one of his like high
Was the
school
couch
buddies, no doubt it was bad. I've got one now currently. So, so we had the pull-out bed out and we're like watching wrestling. He's like throwing me around, and his buddy picks me up and goes to body slam me, and accidentally hit my head on like the like brackets that like contract in and out, busted my head open, sitting there bleeding all over the place. They freaked out. They're like, "Oh my god!"
I have a couch blood story too, dude.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that's wild. You got fucked up by yours though.
I was good. Luckily, my mom was a nurse, so like not
Shout
a big
out.
deal. She took my
Lucky.
stitches out, in the end, so everything was all good. But it definitely freaked them out. They're like, "Oh my god, I just killed this kid!" Like,
Dude, mine was in the 80s, and the couch was orange. You know those orange and black, thick, like thick fiber couches? Have you ever
Yeah.
seen one like at a thrift store or something?
Mm-hmm.
And we had an uncle, one of Dad's friends. Like,
Yeah,
my dad was helping
exactly.
somebody out, basically. But to me, they just say like, "Oh, that's Uncle whoever the fuck," Had a couple of uncles live
Uncle
live
Rico.
with us. Yeah, and he was like, "We were just fucking around, dude," and he dropped me from like however high up, but there was a nail sticking out of the front of it, and it went all the way up my knee.
ooh,
Yes, and just
Tetanus
I
shot,
mean, dude, blood,
stitches.
tetanus, yeah, you name it, dude.
Yikes.
And I had a giant scar on my knee for years, and then it just slowly over time just went away.
Yep,
It's
they
weird.
always do.
Like there's no evidence of it anymore. It's so strange.
I had the same thing like that. Party I went to in high school.
Oh, man.
I was going to a senior party, and somehow, with liquid courage, get talked into.
Hey.
Yeah, you know. They're like,
All
let's
my
get
stories.
brands. I was like, of
Do you have
course.
a brand?
Had a brand. That's what you're bringing it up. Is so like they have this Browning the deer symbol keychain.
Of course they do. Oh,
And
no.
we're just like, hold it in the fire, and they're like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. So someone breaks out their torch, and it's just
Dude, we're so
torching
stupid.
it.
We're so stupid when we're young. Did you
I
play the
know.
cigarette game where you'd put your forearms together and drop a cigarette in there
Yep.
and just see who
Dude.
would give up first?
I wish I didn't smoke in high school, because how many drunk times have been like, pussy, let's go,
go, dude.
let's go.
He only made it like 2
There's
lines,
always
man.
the guy that's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's giving you the straight face, and you're just like, I know that hurts, but he's not ever gonna.
He's
admit
never
to
going to let
that.
it go.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
but
My dick's bigger.
so I catch this Browning symbol, got this big deer, like literally just a keychain, like someone off their keys, and they burned me with it. I'm the same thing. Yeah, I'm trying to be tough,
yeah.
trying to be cool. I was with a bunch of fucking older
Dude,
people.
have you seen that video that was going around the internet like a month ago where they did it and the dude is just like pushing it into his chest, like melting through his fucking chest? It is horrifying. The shit you can see on just Instagram now is unbelievable.
They're like, are you sure you want to see this?
Like, I think he
That's
died,
how I know
maybe.
it's
Like, he
good.
definitely got
Let's look at
infected.
it.
Yeah. That little view to see.
Yeah. Oh, this is
opaque.
gonna be great.
And you know how they always show you like a little fraction? You can always tell, like, oh my God, that's somebody's mangled head or something. And you're like, yeah,
I'm
sure.
telling you.
We're all desensitized as fuck. Yes.
I am too.
Shout out Craig Phil.
Yeah, no doubt.
innards.
Rotten.com is
Dude.
what started it. I remember
Tupac's autopsy. Fucking
I literally just remember being a kid and like my parents looking at that stuff and being like, whoa, and you're just like, holy shit.
Are your parents young?
Yeah, my dad is 46 now, and
damn, your dad's only like 6 years older than me. That's fucking crazy.
bro, he's young. My mom had me at 16.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So very young
very young.
parents.
Yeah.
Glad I'm not a parent. I look at that now, I'm like, man, I'm
could you fucking
28
imagine?
and I've already got 12 years on y'all. I'm glad I haven't popped one out.
Not when you're
Luckily,
16, dude.
I don't necessarily want to at the moment anyways. There's still too much to do.
I'm never gonna. That's not in my future. I'm too selfish.
It's a hard world to be
It's
bringing
hard.
people in.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's scary out there, and last thing I want to
I'd
do
rather
is
help
have
our little furry friends out. Yeah. Speaking of furry friends,
all kinds of babies.
punks for paws.
Yeah,
baby.
dude, I'm stoked. I'm super
Way to go,
stoked.
Cooper. Way to bring it up.
Right. Yeah, I'm very stoked. We did one at the beginning of 2020, right before shit hit the fan.
I mean, like the fucking literally.
It was, yeah.
And it
I
was
really
popping as fuck.
super
And
glad.
can we talk about the best first last show ever for
No
Anchor the
kidding.
Appetite, dude? What
Oh my
the
god.
fuck?
Yeah. Tyler, what the heck? Come back. Bring it back in. That
Dude.
was cool. That's the best one and done I've ever seen.
And then the three. Never mind. Crimes. Thanks, Kurt.
Maybe.
The parking lot afterwards.
Maybe. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, I wish Brandon was here. He's the one who brought that whole story to me, and I was like, "What?"
It's on tape. it's videotaped.
Oh my god, that is crazy. Yeah, that's why we go in groups.
I mean, I didn't need no group, dog.
No
I was,
kidding.
I was
You're
done.
huge.
I'd
Oh
had
my
it.
god, I would be.
Yeah. Yeah. But so that one was fucking awesome. Then the stupid pandemic. But you still figured out a way to do it, which is brilliant. And now you're combining the two, which is more brilliant. I love that idea.
Right.
Good idea. The album plus.
Yeah.
So everyone that isn't involved in the show can still be involved in the thing who wants to be involved.
Right. That's
a wicked inclusionary thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's like the whole point of it was like really was bringing everybody together, just seeing what we can do as a group. And we've done it a couple times. I mean the Rebuild the Stage show was amazing.
How fucking crazy was that?
Sick. Super sick.
Still think about it. It's in my top fucking echelon of shows ever. And I've seen all the shows.
The point now where it's like, what? Kurt needs a new car. We're getting Kurt a fucking car today.
You know what's weird is, at enough people, it's like, dude, that would only cost all of us like $20, and everybody be like, fuck it, here's $20.
Here's a $2,000 car.
That's just like, you're literally talking about those feel good YouTube videos, like where they just go around and help people. It's like there's just a community on Twitch. Everyone hits a Cash App, and then they're like, we bought you a house, and it took almost no effort. That's so crazy.
Let's do it.
We could do it for our own music scene. It's like, hey, we need a second venue. I've been screaming it. We need another, not a second, but like we need a crowd-funded venue would be unhinged.
That
like
would be
100
wild.
cap, small, so you can keep the overhead down.
Eyes Up House, but nobody lives there.
Exactly, Eyes Up House, but no one lives there.
That would be cool. You hosting a show a night there. There's no way you wouldn't be able to like.
I mean, even if you did 4,
right?
If you did like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. If you just did 4 a week, you could definitely just keep the lights on.
That would be nice.
And you have 100 people chip in.
Yeah.
That's
the door is just band money. Or if all the bands are cool, if they're local, maybe local bands will pay a respect and be like, it's all good. Whatever we got goes back into the thing. Whatever's left over, that 100 people, they chip in the difference for like rent, utilities.
Upkeep,
mops, brooms,
remodeling,
It's not like you're having to buy food and drinks. Maybe gets a case of water per show. But,
that'd be cool. That would be sick. That definitely would be cool. It'd
be something where it's more. You can just do more. You can have more shows, doing more things. Pop, 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 and it's a smaller room, so it feels.
Almost seems like almost too much.
It's almost, but you could do smaller, better shows because. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, look, this is already funded, so if you can donate, maybe it's a donation-based door. All shows are donation-based because you don't want to go through the fucking legal mumbo-jumbo anyway. Maybe just have a donations bucket and people understand. Doop. Because if you don't do that, you don't have to have like certain insurances and whatever.
Yeah. Canis Park is kind of like another example of that. That was like a very like minimal DIY. People were putting their own money to come out there and build on that place, and then finally they were like, okay, we're going to put a park in here for you. That's awesome. Watching the growth of Canis,
dude.
In the last, I guess it was 15 years it's happened.
Because they gave them like a huge grant. It was like, you can still do it how you want to do it. We'll just help you pay for it.
Which is awesome. That's super sick.
Tony Hawk does that too now. That's like he has a huge foundation where he just goes from city to city.
It's literally
and
like
they'll cut half.
You could win a $10,000 grant to learn to skate with Tony Hawk. And I'm like, I'm not too old.
But he does it with skate parks. His foundation does it with skate parks in towns. Like they'll come in and
they're building one in Memphis here soon.
A new skate park? Like Van Buren, a Tony Hawk one?
No, the Tony Hawk one is going to be in Memphis.
Oh, that's wicked. Mm-hmm. Still close. Both Van Buren's awesome and Memphis is awesome. Both kind of like separate directions.
I know they did one. Was it in Benton?
There was one at Tyndall Park, and it was made out of like airplane steel.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's just loud as fuck, and I think the neighbors like they built it in like a. Here's the park, and then there's like houses, like a mobile homes, and like.
That's what the one in Heber was made out of. Was that steel? It's like fucking literally.
You can hear it forever away. It's hot as shit. It's beaming off everything. Everything's concrete.
There's nothing worse than falling and hitting hard metal, but it's also gonna brand you at the same time.
Peel a little. Man, what's a couple of layers? We just.
Yeah, no kidding.
We were just talking about
again.
doing cigarette drops. We'll be all right.
Shout out to not smoking.
Yeah.
I'm glad you quit.
I'm on like it's been a few months now. I kind of stopped trying to keep track because I feel like that keeps it in your mind.
Just let it.
You just fucking fuck it. Like now, the only way I'm smoking again, I think, is either I hit a certain age where I'm just like fuck it, because smoking is awesome. Like I'm not gonna deny it. It feels good as fuck.
When you
I
told me,
love smoking.
Bush Light yesterday. I was like, damn, I need a cigarette.
Yeah, dude. We got the mullet, the Bush Light.
Yeah, man.
The Yeti coolers.
Smoking. I don't know what it was. It was like, I guess I grew up around smokers, so it was always like, okay, like
it just seemed normal.
it
I started
exactly,
smoking at 8, dude.
We were like, I remember right when they stopped smoking inside.
Oh, dude, it crushed me. It crushed me to my core.
I
I'm
was
like, this is so stupid. And now I'm like, no, I get it. It's like, dude, it's archaic. Dude, I don't smoke in my house. I went and helped somebody the other day, and they smoked inside in an apartment, which is, I can't even believe it's like a thing.
He's like, fuck that deposit. I ain't getting
Oh,
this shit
no,
back.
they're not getting, dude, everything. They took down the photos. It was white squares.
Oh,
And like the walls were yellow. And I came out of there and I had to stop. I couldn't go to work the next day.
Yikes.
And I'm a smoker of like 20 something years and I've been quit, but it was so bad in there. And that's how, like, just the 6 month of not smoking, like the effect it had on me. I was like, this is what everyone felt like back in the day. Like in the 80s when you walked into like a restaurant, there's just
a fog.
Cigarette.
It looked like a show. There's just a bunch of fog
fog.
everywhere. That's what I would say. I remember the little diner in my hometown. The non-smoking section was the smallest part in the back.
Everyone smoked, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You were the weird one for not smoking.
Seriously.
It's like, where's your Doral, Kelly?
I know. My parents, I mean, of course, they probably caught me smoking like 12, 13. I mean, they were, of course, pissed
It's
beyond
your fault,
belief.
bitch. Blame yourself.
So, 2 years, you hide it a lot better because you just got your ass chewed. And then, like, 15, it become like an everyday thing at that point.
So much, dude. So much. They take them. But when I was little, you could still buy cigarettes at the front of the store, like a candy bar. So I would just steal them a bunch.
My dad, he was like, when I was in school, if you were 18, you could fucking go and there was a smoking section. He's like, you'd be out there with teachers smoking cigarettes.
Dude, at our school.
And I'm like, what?
Certain teachers, if you were cool, if you had known the right teacher, there was one spot still, and this was the 90s, like 98, 99. You could go, and if you were in that spot, and they always put the same teacher, if you knew that teacher was working in that spot, you could go have a smoke, because they smoked too. It was like right on the corner of a gym where they just couldn't see you. So
right,
if you just blew it toward the other side of the gym, and they know there's a teacher, so no one thinks about it. Dude, it's fucking awesome. And our welding teacher, dude, he didn't give a fuck. I got caught with a pack of cigarettes at school, and he comes in, he goes, Fisher. I was like, yeah. He goes, did you lose something? I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I'd say you're out. And I was like, my soul got crushed. I was like, no, don't kick me out of the program. I love this program.
No.
And he's like, about $3.50.
No, not about $3.50.
He goes, do you need a cigarette? And gave me a cigarette. My welding teacher gave me a cigarette at school.
Dang, I wish my cigarettes would have costed $3.50. They were like $6.50, $7.50.
Well, this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, about $3.50 then. And when I started smoking, they were like $1 something. Damn, and now they're like
crazy.
$9.
They are. It is crazy.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at too, because they will get more expensive in other states or counties.
It's like $17. When we went on tour, it was almost $20 for a single pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, and I don't know how
that's happening
here
too.
I've only heard this. This is just hearsay, but I've heard up in like New York, it's up to like $10, $11 for a pack, and I'm
absolutely
like, what?
No, I actually paid $17 for a pack of cigarettes in Chicago.
Ooh.
Like on the road, and I could not believe it, man. It was at
about
a Walgreens.
The time I started thinking
city.
about quitting right there.
Dude. They're supposed to go up to $13 here soon.
Good.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see cigarettes get snuffed out
here for sure. But dude, they're still posting record profits because they're getting into like third world countries.
That's fake. That's where they're getting their numbers.
That's where they're getting their numbers from.
That's sad.
They have more numbers now than they ever have.
Yikes.
It's weird. Yeah. They're like, yeah. No, dude, they're smoking fucking wild amount of cigarettes. But, you know, hey, if I had to live outside, I'd be smoking hella cigs too.
Fuck it.
Dude, smoking is rad.
It is.
And I don't care
bad,
what it's bad and rad, dude.
Like, it was such a rebellious thing at first. And because it was programmed. It was absolutely programmed around me.
I don't know if programming, it's just what it was. Everybody I knew, grandparents, dude, my grandfather, I'm a smoker. I'm in his truck. He is smoking. He has oxygen on because he has fucking lung cancer. And we're going fishing.
Heck yeah.
Like,
I think what I hated the most is that they would scold you for smoking when you were young with a cigarette in their freaking hand. They're like, and I'm like, really?
Dude, you got to understand, they just found out you shouldn't smoke as a child when we were children.
Whoop.
They just figured that out. Because when they were young, it was and they would just give kids smokes. Like no one gave a fuck. They didn't know.
Have doctors like do
prescribe cigarettes.
Well, prescribe, and they would tell you there's health benefits to smoking in the beginning, and it's like,
dude, no pregnancy. My mom smoked while she was pregnant with me. Explains all of it, right? All of it. It's wild, dude. That culture is so. Yes, that was like 5 years ago.
What really wasn't.
That literally was just a few years back.
Like 10 years.
Yeah.
The fact that we got to see it be rise to 21. So, okay, timeline. We've been able to see smoking be accepted like in every fucking building.
Facet, yeah,
everywhere to not.
Yep.
And then I get to watch the vape world develop. I'm like, remember the first vapes I would see in like little gas stations
they were
or like
blues
a pawn
too. The blue cigarette. It looked like a cigarette.
Blue cigarette.
Yeah. Now it's
everyone started making their own juice, labeling it Red Bull. It's like, all right, heck yeah.
Yeah, now it's like these like one and dones. Everybody's just buying these one. It's like a pack of smokes in a vape, and then you just throw the whole thing. Oh, dude.
You want it bigger, then you want it smaller.
Give me the biggest phone. I'll take an iPad Mini as a phone. I fucking I love it. But and then we saw 21, and now it's just like, I don't know, fuck.
We get to watch.
Now it's the expensiveness of it.
So we're gonna get to see the beauty of like long-term vaping. What that causes, no one knows yet, right?
Besides explosions to the face,
those are those not crazy?
Insane.
My wife's
dude. The first one I saw, and I had the vape, right? I did the whole thing because I was like, I gotta quit. I gotta get the big. I bought the shit with the batteries.
It's all about the
second
cloud,
I saw
man.
that guy's face, and you could see his teeth without, anything, and I was like, oh, and so every time I would just hit it and just like stick it away, like I had a fear of it the whole time. So I don't want my fucking face, or if it got too hot in the car, I just wouldn't use it. And then I'm just sitting there being all fucking angry because I don't have nicotine because I'm afraid this thing's gonna explode on me. So I might as well just give up, man. Just fucking stop.
Man, I kind of cold turkeyed from cigarettes.
It's
like
best
jonesing
method.
really hard.
It's
so I went to a vape, and the same thing. It was like, oh my god, now I'm smoking 24/7 all the time.
But the thing is like nicotine itself
is still in it. Yeah,
but like that stuff, like the brain energy it gives you, like it does calm me. I think that's why I liked it so much.
Man,
but nicotine itself isn't bad. It's all the other shit. So if you can just get nicotine in your body, I wish they made it in like a shot, where like once a month I can go and just
swallow a pill, and you're like.
Euphoria, bitch.
So do you remember your first cigarette?
Absolutely.
Dude, I'll never forget how sick I fucking
I was a fucking child and still remember.
Oh, you're like,
you hit it.
You sit there and smoke like half of it, and you're like, I gotta lay down, bro. The world is spinning. I'm about to
spinning. Dude, I remember all my first cigarettes because I quit for 7 years once. At 21st birthday, actually. Had a blowout party. Fucking, never mind.
Smoked two packs of cigarettes.
Whole carton.
Smoked, okay.
Me and like 8 of my buddies, we just ripped cigs all night. Then woke up the next day and honestly just didn't want one because I'd always told myself I'm quitting when I'm 21, quitting when I'm 21. And it just worked. Mental, it's mind over matter.
Absolutely.
And quit, didn't want one for 7 years. Wife gets cancer. First thing I do is run to the ciggies. Get the cig. I had that first cigarette outside in front of a Big Red and almost passed out. I was like,
"Oh my god,
man!"
Paramedics are waking you up, sir.
That's the stuff.
It's so good. It fucks with you so good.
I remember I started with menthols, and that was just because that's what my dad smoked, so that's what I was stealing.
Yeah, menthols. Woo, that's a tough one.
And then I was smoking full flavors, all that, and I probably did that for like 3 years, and you know how it gets.
You got to try them all. Get the Camel. What's a Turkish cigarette?
Oh man, the Turkish smooth, are disgusting.
It's so hard on your lungs.
I don't like the
heaviest
Turkish
smoke. It's like weed smoke without the benefit.
Ooh, man. Yeah, I can't do a Turkish blend. I used to smoke the Marlboro Southern Cuts.
Yeah.
I fucking love those, man. That's
Sweet,
the best
almost.
tasting
Yeah.
cigarette in the world.
It's weird, dude. We're like, yeah, it's so good.
I'm over here
But then you
spanking.
stop,
Yeah, I
but
gotta
then you
quit.
stop doing it. You stop doing it, and you're like, this smells
It's
fucking
repulsive.
horrid.
Yeah, it is. It is repulsive. You really don't want to even
Your
feel.
food, you don't even realize what food tastes like anymore.
Oh,
It's
man.
crazy how it kills your tongue. Like, I eat food now, and I'm like, this is fucking delicious. And I've been making this forever, but now it's just like, wow, this is phenomenal.
So glad I'm done, though. That's the fun. Everybody that's ever quit smoking, I'm glad I'm done. But man, it tasted so good. You remember that, man? I could go for one.
Hey,
but then we would smoke one and be passing
I'm right back.
I'm glad I've quit. I used to smoke a pack a day. Got up to almost 2 packs a day.
It's bad for your heart now. We know.
Yeah.
Like it's bad for your skin and nails. What? To
smoke a cigarette?
All the time.
They give you a break at work, bro.
Dude, it's worse if you're not a smoker at work.
That was one of the main reasons I think I started smoking heavily. I mean, it
was to get more breaks.
I worked at McDonald's at 16.
dude.
So dude, yeah, I'm going out for a smoke
I'm
break.
surprised they didn't just let you smoke. Fucking McDonald's is garbage.
Oh
just stay in the. You're just doing dishes, Chris. Get in there.
Shoot, I worked there for 2 years. That was my
Wow.
first job. I got promoted to an assistant manager, and then this is the best part. Is
You with goals.
I told.
I'm gonna run this
That was
store.
the funny thing is
You're 18 running a whole McDonald's.
Exactly. So I'm 17. I'm getting ready to
You
graduate.
guys gotta get out of here.
I'm like, look, this college up in Hot Springs called me. They want me to come and talk to them and tour around and go up there and everything. But it's this weekend. I'm scheduled. I need to be off that day. I need to get it switched.
Yeah.
They never switched it. And I told them, I was like, look, I'm going.
I'm not gonna be here on Saturday.
They told me, they're like, if you go, you're fired. And I was like, fair.
Gotta love that.
So I left. I was like, that's weird. I came back and everything, had a schedule the next day. I'm coming in. They're like, what are you doing? We're literally you're done. You didn't come in yesterday. And I was like, really? So literally I talked to the store manager and they were like, you can't be doing that kind of stuff. And we were kind of hoping that you would move up here and do things here. And I was like,
Get the fuck out of here, bitch! I don't want to be you. Have you seen Waiting?
yes.
It's the end of that movie is that.
Yeah.
Do you want to be Dan? You don't want to be Dan.
No. Oh my God. Chicken of the cave,
Yeah,
bro.
man. No, you good. Don't be that guy. You get your whole life right. Which, if you want to be, that's fine. No shame there. But you don't want to be an artist and be a manager at a McDonald's either.
No.
Same time.
And what's funny is I ended up not even going to college.
You loser.
I know. Such a loser. I bounced around from a couple of fast food places like that, just making sure I can have cash and everything. But
Then
construction.
you built boats and construction.
Construction pulled me in and showed me I
God,
can
every time, dude.
make some good money with my hands, and I'm really proud of all the different areas I've gone and worked and been successful
Absolutely.
in. So it's
Plus, it teaches you how to be your own boss.
dude.
Man, I work alone and I want to not some days, but then some days I hear horrifying stories about people
Oh
that have to
my
work in
God.
businesses, and I'm like, that really makes me happy. I can just at least eke by and not have to deal with that.
I know. I'm going on a year being out of building boats now almost, and it's
Hell yeah.
gone by pretty fast, and I'm just so glad I don't have that mouthing off in my ear all the time anymore. So it's just
Why? You're
I didn't-
building cool shit. Why are
dude,
you being a dick?
this is the thing. Is
We're
I
building
was,
boats, fuck nugget.
I was
This should be cool as
key
fuck.
holder there. I literally opened the doors to the factory, turned everything on, and I'm the last to leave. I drove all the heavy machinery, did all kinds of crap there. Worked in 2 different departments, was just all over the place. And the owner would just constantly.
I hate that.
Never happy.
Which boat company?
Always.
Was it Ranger? Who was it?
I won't say. Just kidding. It was.
Don't have to say.
Okay,
don't
well,
want
it was Waco Manufacturing. They
Waco,
they
okay.
do Edge. They make Edge duck
Okay,
boats and
okay.
Aloha pontoons.
to. Get your shit together.
Yeah, they're down. Yeah, seriously.
That's rude.
This episode sponsored.
Yeah, but edge boats. Yeah.
No kidding. I hated that. It's just something you can't do. I mean, especially to the people. There's people that
Well, why would
fuck
you want
off
to? I
every
don't-
day, skirting by.
Absolutely. That's what it does. It only it only harbors bad feelings amongst all the people. There's that one dude who's getting popular now doing reels, and his whole shtick is bad company policy. He's like, yeah, so to make up for it, we're gonna throw you a pizza party. We're really sorry about that. You know, it's
and he's like, hey Dan, yeah, Steve, what would make you work a little harder? Couple more dollars an hour? Couple more dollars an hour? Yeah, I'd work $2 an hour more harder.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, fuck a pizza party.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, it was a love-hate thing. Love the job, love my team.
See, I don't understand.
But then it was just like it would just come through and just.
What's on the other side of that is I don't understand why their jobs are so fucking miserable because they make everybody else miserable. And it's like we could be having the funnest fucking time right now.
And producing way better.
Literally way better shit. Everyone's fucking on it. They're stoked to come in.
Exactly,
like,
man.
dude.
Create that fun environment.
But instead,
we were doing awesome stuff.
It's well, then you're done. If it's the owner, it's fucked. Like, just fuck it. Like, you might as well just leave because he's never gonna get it together.
No, and see,
I've seen people run businesses into the ground just to be right, and it's like, now what are you doing?
Exactly.
You fucking working with us now, you fucking dumb bitch.
It was actually like a crazy moment leaving there because like I'd been talking about it, it'd been festering up.
I remember, yeah. I remember those days. You were pretty frustrated.
I told the plant manager, I was like, look, man, like this stuff's really starting to bother me. It's like a weird respect thing. Like I respect this man more than anything. He provides for my family, signs my checks, allows me to come in here and work 60 hours a week if I want to.
Right.
And run his pockets.
But why is he so fucking miserable?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I was like, look, we need to draw the line. I'm telling you right now, this is not a 2-week notice kind of deal.
It's
if it happens again, I just want respect. I'm here for y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it happened again, and I was just like, I literally took the shop keys off of me and said, here.
Yeah.
I said, I'm done,
I clearly
man.
can't do what you
I'll
need me
be
to
back
do.
Friday for my check.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but like I can't take this anymore. Work and life is stressful enough. I don't need another mouth coming in and cussing and
That's right.
throwing their hands up, getting red-faced
you
for
did it the good way.
nothing.
You were still like nice about it. That's where I'm like pulling boats off the raft. Fuck you,
Dude,
God.
seriously.
I'm gonna fold it. Yeah, I'm gonna fold this one up in half. I'm costing you at least some money. Fuck you. Fuck that last paycheck.
I mean, it wasn't long. I mean, there were nights where I would come in at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and was there till 1 a.m. because they asked me to. They're like, look, we have to build these 2 boats.
And then they don't.
And have them loaded.
But they don't, though.
No, we did.
No.
We did.
They lying.
We fucking did it, bro.
Yeah, y'all did. But I'm saying they're telling you something that's not real.
No, they've had that
that's like when a motherfucker. That's like when a
yeah.
motherfucker comes and they're like, "Well, we're about to close on this house in a week. Can you do that?" I'm like, "No,
can't do that."
I used to do that. I'd stay and I'd work 12, 14 hours a day. No, I can't. That you should be way further ahead. Push your fucking closing date. I don't give a fuck. It's not my fault. You're behind, and now you're calling me. Kiss ass. Fuck you.
No doubt.
I'll do the work, but I'm not gonna speed up my shit and fuck my quality up because I have to put my name on it still.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
that
Like
was
I
a
have to
big
warranty
problem
what
there.
I do. That's a huge issue.
Same
That shit
thing.
costs a fortune. I don't know if you've priced a custom shower lately, but I can't afford one, and I make them.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's
I know
expensive.
Yeah, that tile work isn't fun. How do you cut your tile?
With a saw,
What
like a
you
fucking
use a wet
man.
saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I use my hand.
With my hand.
I karate chop. Well, there's like 4 different ways you can
You
do
can
a grinder.
scratch and break, grinder.
Yeah, or a scorer. We call that scratch and break. That's a nice one. Or a wet saw, and I have a good wet saw.
I like the wet saws.
Yeah.
Grinder will get you out of a lot of
But I worked
trouble.
out of a Honda Civic for fucking 5 years, man. All I had was a grinder and a scorer, and that's you learn. You learn how to be a ninja with that fucking thing, and I can make precision cuts damn near with my eyes closed.
The last tile job I did like that was for my uncle, and
How
I had
old are
to
28.
28.
You were 6 when I started laying tile.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That was like right when they stopped smoking inside.
Yeah, basically. But I was walking around pissed as fuck. Like, damn it. Dude, in the beginning, it would be weird because you'd walk in still smoking, and they'd be like, no smoking. And you're like, fuck. Walk back outside. It was a big
What a
adjustment
bummer.
period. It was a bummer,
Coffee's just not as good
dude.
anymore. You're
We
just
were talking about punks for Paws. That was like an hour ago. Let's get back on the thing.
Tangent.
So this year, we got on inclusion and we just fucking spiraled.
It happens, man.
You have ADD as well?
I can go forever.
I'm like a shiny. Oh, here's a word you said. Let me tangent. Our podcasts look like trees.
No doubt. The timeline in Marvel just branching off.
That scene where they're like, when the Hulk's on the thing. See, we're doing it right now.
I was like, reel it in. No, this year's going to be sick. So, like you said earlier, we are combining the live show aspect with the compilation as well. The comp is something we did in the middle of COVID when no one could get together and perform. So we just decided that, we're going to have to do something digital.
Man. The reception was phenomenal.
Almost $400 on that, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever sold any music that made that much.
Never, sir. And I've been doing this a long time.
Not a CD that got dropped, or a little EP or anything, that's for sure.
When Kurt told me the number, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
It's pretty sick, man.
But we pushed it a lot, too. Where it was like... Because, on Fridays, Bandcamp does the 100% of proceeds.
Yeah,
so, like, you drop it on a Friday, and then every payday, you kind of hit it up. And you do it for, what did we do it for, like a month, I feel? It was like a month of promotion.
It's about everything dies after a month anyways.
It's a month, dude. And honestly, it's crazy that people can hang on that long at this point. Even I have a hard time. If you told me about something a month ago, there's no fucking way.
Man, I'm telling you,
I'm going to remember.
That's the same way with shows around here. There's so many shows popping off all the time that it's like you might as well, if you announce it 3-4 months, good luck having the energy to promote that all the time. I can give it a month solid, but 2-3 months, that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. So that's kind of...
You're doing it right. I feel like you're right in the right ballpark. You're starting to put everything together for the new one. You've already put it out there that it's happening.
It's a slow hype build.
Yeah.
I mean, there's...
Hype that it's gonna
happen,
and then hype
we did really good the first time around with that as well.
You really did.
I probably won't announce the lineup for about a month.
And you had some bands drop some shit, which actually... There are probably a few bands that could drop some... Like, it was really well done the last time. It was like almost... Because... There's this magical thing when everybody's involved and everyone's throwing in ideas, someone's going to have that nugget where everybody goes, that's the fucking idea.
Yeah.
Group chats, people. I can't explain enough how fucking positive those group chats are.
Also, to reiterate
annoying.
The album thing, we're still taking submissions.
Oh, we are still taking
submissions. Yes, we are still taking.
Okay, so
Is there a limit? Because I was wondering, like, what if 100 people send songs? Is
we
that...
have a number we've agreed on.
What's the number? 20.
Yeah, we did 28 last time.
Is that too much?
I don't know.
I don't know what
It depends on if we're going to get it actually made or not.
Oh, because you want to make a physical.
I would like to. I'm a very much a physical
Same.
keepsake person.
Why don't you just make an artwork? Like a
What
physical artwork, like a $3 poster.
What I might
something.
try to do is just find a place that I can do like
if you
10
buy
of them.
a $5 poster, you get the download. Because Bandcamp will give you download codes. And you can put a code on every poster. That way the poster is not only numbered specifically, chronologically, then you can also have the artwork itself, like this tangible item. Because I love a tangible item too. And I would love to have a Punks for Paws thing hanging up in my office. That'd be sick as fuck.
Let's do it.
Get it on one of those fracture prints. Bitch, you know about fracture, dog?
I don't. What is that?
Well, I wonder, I don't know if you've got to the whole, the poster part of it. But if it was a way to do, a screen printed poster.
Okay.
I can do it. I have a screen print machine.
Nice.
Like a high quality,
yes.
nice screen printed poster.
So I've been doing that at Office Depot for all the AGR shows. I've been able to do the 11 by 17
11
posters.
by 17, man.
I've been going to the same person every time, and it's all about building relationships. Just like almost anything is in life, and literally
on that nice thick cardstock, so it's like this really
that's what I do my
poster.
handbills on.
Don't roll them up
I laminate them. What I'll do is I'll print 5 to 10 really big ones.
Yeah. You don't want too many.
Post them strategically at the venue and stuff, and then a lot of the times I'll just laminate them and be like, who wants one in the band? Because my wall at home is full of stuff.
Somehow incorporate the QR. I like how in our generations, I think it started in mine. Like my parents, you took shit off the wall and you replaced it with stuff. And now like you go into like a 40-year-old person's house and there's like has a 6-figure job with Batman figurines on his mantle.
Yes.
Like it went like that whole thing went away.
It went
I
from
love that.
little trinkets at your grandma's house.
Now
I have
Thumbles or whatever the fuck for sewing. Thimble? What is that thing called?
Yeah, thimble.
Yeah. Fuck that lame shit. Spoons. Fuck you.
Your grandma loves Coca-Cola and roosters. What's up in here?
Grandma started that shit. You were like, I love Batman.
See, another popular one that's in my family, I don't know if it's just a Southern family thing, is cookie jars.
Holy
My
hell.
aunt and my grandma have so many different cookie jars. And I'm just like, there better be
I mean, that's like
at
steaming
least
in his teapots.
some cookies in these cookie jars.
I mean, blue sewing tin that had
The sewing tin. Or the...
Yeah.
Dude.
I think my great-grandma probably had the same tin in her cabinet.
When I build in my house, like my house is like a slow remodel, I think about how can I use it and then put something there to kind of fill the space and make it cooler.
Man.
Like all the time. My brain when I go home
is
is
it,
just...
the cabinet that spins?
Oh, Lazy Susan?
Yeah. Man. Why are
Just
there
full
not
of Funko
more of
Pops?
those? Yes. Get me a little
my
motor,
collection.
make it rotate slowly.
like a Hastings. Remember Hastings had those, and it would just slowly spin. And when you open the door, it would stop, and you could grab the item.
God,
Close it like a pizza spindler at a Come and Go.
Dude. Shout out to Come and Go's breakfast pizza. Definitely the best.
I definitely
So
come
good.
and then I go. Yeah.
Jeez.
So do posters, but then like throw in like a QR code, even like work
Yeah.
it into the artwork where it's like down in the right hand corner. And
I've been doing that with like the event page on my handbills.
dude, they're so important now.
Literally an app, man. You can
Yeah.
sit there and link and
any
it creates
camera,
one.
any camera on any phone now. All the iOSs and they're all caught up where you can just open your camera and go doop, and it'll take you right to it. It's
used to be this whole thing where you-
It was an extra app. It was a whole thing. And then we were like, are QR codes even going to take because it's so much extra work? And now it's definitive. Like, I don't want, just give me the QR code. Like, I would prefer it. If you're like, here's my business card, please, God, let it just be a QR code so I can tap your link tree.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't want to dial in shit.
That's us. I mean, at my other little job I have at night, we have QR codes on our lanyards because they're on you at all times.
There
So
you
you can
go.
always be like, well, here's our website. Here's our website.
Brilliant. It's free marketing.
Absolutely.
Stick that shit on the side of your fucking car, get a magnet of it. People get in the parking lot will go, what the fuck is that? Think. Do a Punks for Paws magnets. There you go. QR
dude,
magnets.
I have so many ideas.
You know how many people love animals? All of them. It's statistically proven. If you put an animal in your shot, it will do better. Like, it's facts.
What was the idea we had last time for the compilation that like had to do with like people's animals or something?
So I know a lot of people submitted photos.
I remember this.
Oh,
And
A lot of people in the bands.
Yeah.
It was band people with their pets, right? It was the bands.
And
Yep.
I know AGR, they recorded a song for that compilation, and their artwork was like all that collective.
That's right.
Yeah.
Should do that again.
Definitely. That would be cool.
I
would like to do that on like a shirt or something. I have a lot of ideas for merch and stuff this year because, I mean, it's all going to raise money. It's all being donated. We're actually going to split it up this year. I think we've got enough parts
You think there's
moving.
enough generated to
I
split
think between the
income?
door, the raffle, the compilation,
Some
and
sort
the
of merch,
T-shirts
yeah.
that we'll be able to spread it out amongst a bunch of different places
Sick.
and be able to help out more than one. So that's the goal.
Do you think on the marketing side of it helps if people already know where it's going? Or do you think that they just see the cause and will donate regardless?
For me, I just go for it. Oh, it's a thing and I like it. Cool. Here's the money.
Yeah.
Because really, if you're looking into, unfortunately, a lot of them, they're just shit. So I prefer the smaller ones anyway. So when it's a friend doing something, I'm way more apt to be like,
Right.
cool,
See.
I'd rather give you the $100 because at least I know you're going to spend the $100. It's not just going to be you're getting a fucking Lamborghini, some fuckhead.
There's a few actually that I've reached out to about being, involved in everything. And I'm like, clearly we're trying to cut you a
Right.
check here. It's actually been kind of hard to get a hold of them. They'll message me on Facebook, tell me email here, won't get a response. It's kind of just like a back and forth thing. And I'm like, agreed. I want to work with someone that's
You work with someone who wants it.
Exactly. And some of the bigger ones, I understand there might be a lot of traffic on their email, a lot of traffic on their Facebook. I mean, I will.
And they're probably getting that kind of email all day, every day.
I message people on Facebook all the time, and they will never read it. And they're like, "Sorry, pal, it buried it."
Dude, to be fair, that's on Facebook because literally, Kurt, this just happened. I was actually going to bring this up to you in private, but I'll just bring it up here. You sent me a message that I never got, and apparently I didn't know this, but now there's 2 other folders in Messenger, and we have an account. Like, he has messaged me stuff for years now, and it's never been deleted. It's just the same. So I have years and years of conversations, and I found this other folder. I'm like, what the fuck is this now? Another one? I click it. Dude, so much shit.
Are you alive,
So
Corey?
many
I haven't
things.
heard
Dude,
from you in so long. Oh my God, help! I need you.
I did that to a friend of mine who was going through some shit, killed himself, and I had a message that it didn't show me from him.
Yikes! That's
Fuck, you want to talk about mad as fuck? Like, fuck y'all, dude. Y'all stink. Why the fuck is there? I don't care if it's trash. Just send it to me. I'll fucking decide if it's trash.
Let me decide
That's right.
what's trash. Exactly.
Fuck your stupid algorithm, you punk bitch.
I miss when Facebook was also a timeline post and
oh
not
my God.
buried. As it was posted, that's what you saw.
Give me the
matter.
option. Can I have chronological? Can I just have that? Just give me the option.
They
Fuck.
do have like a most recent one.
Most recent, but that's not.
And even then, it's the same thing with all of our pages. You can like it, but if you aren't
Oh.
following,
That's right.
you won't see it.
Liking doesn't mean shit anymore because now you have to hit 2 switches. Because
Like the page and follow the page.
well, and you know YouTube's done it. Now it's a 3-step process on YouTube. You know, it's like what the fuck?
Even if you subscribe, you
yes,
still don't get.
that's right.
You have to do
the bell, and if you don't interact with it, I went through my YouTube like what's where it stores all the people you follow, like subscriber, like sidebar. I haven't seen it in years. I don't need to pay attention. People I forgot because it just doesn't show it to me because I didn't watch 2 of their videos once. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I forgot this was even a thing.
Yeah, if you don't watch every video they put out, then they're just like, you don't
literally.
know this channel.
Oh, and literally,
Dang.
they have 2 timelines. They have the suggested, you know, just here's the bullshit, the algorithmic one, and then they have the here's all your subscriber videos. It even took out videos from those people in that timeline.
Dang. It's all about interaction, man.
fucking
It's all
ridiculous.
it is. Always about.
But I can't
gotta have
interact
it.
with you want me to follow 1,000 things. I can't interact with 1,000 things every
Do
day.
it, Corey. Do it. Interact.
That's what I
1,000
think about it.
things. Yeah. You need bots to interact on my friend's stuff.
Just run a chat GPT-4, whatever the fuck.
I need
and
you
just,
to respond to everything and like almost everything.
You'll be a god king. You'll be the god king of YouTube.
Lord.
Now, I would if it was like convenient, but it's not convenient because I have to work all day. Mm-hmm. You know, if I didn't have to work all day, sure, I'll give you 5 hours of my day. I'm already not doing shit.
No kidding.
If that was going to make me money,
I wonder if Dustin is like that. You think because he gets crazy interaction.
oh, absolutely,
That dude's, he's killing it right now on his.
I think he's an
all of
official
his-
content creator.
He is definitely a full-time.
So he's a
content
professional creator of content.
Well,
So
he's not
definitely
only
you're
getting
yeah.
the revenue from like people watching it. He also is getting revenue from like badges and subscriptions.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So
You have
he's
to have the charisma to be able to do that.
Mhm.
Like, hey, give me this $3.
See, that's
I
weird. I don't
wonder
have that.
if he has.
I don't have that.
Yeah, he gets so much interaction. He wouldn't have to go and.
But
like,
I'm on the
do
more
anything.
of like the maybe someday some millionaire will hear one and just be like, man, he's really got it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Here's some money.
like you talking on the Cocaine Bear about that TikToker getting on there. When
And have you seen the movie?
I have not.
God damn it,
dude.
it's in the wild.
It's Peacock Friday.
Well, it's for free now. You can go watch it it's on Peacock already, isn't it?
No, this weekend, the 16th or whatever.
Oh, you can buy it. You can buy it on just go
Heck
buy
yeah.
it. Trust me, you're going to love it.
Oh yeah,
It's
Well,
unbelievable.
people don't buy movies.
Yes, they do. I do.
I do.
You should.
buy movies. Last movie you bought, Kurt?
I have no money.
Yeah, I try to buy all the ones I truly love. I haven't but to be fair, there ain't a lot coming out that's been worth a fuck.
I think
It's all kind of shit.
The last movie
the-
I bought was like Star Wars 7.
Holy
the
God.
latest Spider-Man movies. What I
That dude,
bought.
so good.
I am a. My wife will look
This-
at me and laugh and roll her
Are you
eyes.
ready? Are you excited
every
about
time.
the new one? The Spider-Verse 2?
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you see Spooderman is in that? They were. Like, I saw a meme the other day. I was like, imagine you fucking draw Spider-Man shitty in paint, and then it's in a movie the next. It's like that's making it
I
right
think
there.
I think they fucked up in the trailer though because they gave us the meme moment This thing.
Man.
And they showed it's like you played your best hand, dude. That would have been so funny. Trailer makers
are awful.
In real life, we got it in the last real Spider-Man, the Marvel Sony one.
So subtle,
yeah.
too, but perfect.
Yeah,
crazy moment. I was very happy in the theater. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
I am too.
If I could have Spider-Man bed sheets, I would. But
that's one section of movies where every time they do it again, it's really pretty fucking good. Like even Garfield's was good.
Yeah,
they just didn't give him
such
a chance.
A wholesome character.
Yeah, that's true.
I have the feeling he's gonna get another chance. Because they have the Sony verse.
I think when they do the verse, now that they have the multiverse thing, I think you'll get a larger scale, like maybe he'll have like a 20 minutes chunk of his own. Okay. I don't know that he'll get his own, though. Maybe.
We'll see. They're looking at the response, and they're like, we're going to make money. Let's do it.
Well, that's what drives the Sony's over there going, and Marvel's like, where do we put the truck full of money?
Seriously.
Where do we put the actor of ad?
Because Marvel's funding the whole fucking thing. You know, because they want their name on the fucking marquee.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, that's the deal they made.
Because it goes
pay for everything, and Sony gets to sell
the toys and shit. Yes, but also Marvel gets top billing. So Sony, it flashes Sony, and then Marvel. You done forgot about Sony because Marvel's opening
because
fucking
it will
screen
say
is
in
ridiculous.
association
That's right.
with
Yeah. And then Marvel has that big grand, where it's coming through the letters and you see the faces and the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's brilliant marketing, dude. That's how we need to make a Crashcast Marvel style where it's just the guests sitting at the table and it's flowing through and it comes up. Who can do 3D rendering?
I meet some people at Otaku all the time. I met someone the other day that's a regular up there.
Dude, that place is wild.
He does the bodysuits. He's like, yeah, we're like, I work for a company and I'd have my own stuff at home where we like do the bodysuit with all the like dots and stuff, and we like track your movements.
Motion capture.
Yeah, and he's like, we do that for Avatar stuff for the metaverse. I'm like, shoot me a music video, my friend. Like, it only needs to be, it can be a 30-second loop. You don't have to have too much movement. It can just be something cool. Like
just a lyric video, man. Just top lyrics.
Visualizer.
A visualizer.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
I love it. Exactly.
Visualizers get the same amount of views as music videos. Stop wasting y'all's money and time.
Yeah, he talked to me a lot about it, and I was like, I'm gonna remember this because like future.
Like, yeah. Stick it in the metaverse.
I know. We're gonna start just doing metaverse concerts instead of the live stream stuff.
We should do it.
Like, all right, cool. It's $10,000.
That's it. Yeah. We should do it. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking motion capture
on Fortnite.
My buddy does a lot of VFX work for Sony and has worked on a ton of big blockbuster films, and I'm just like,
that's
dude,
funny.
that must be so sick as fuck. And he has all these little characters he's just made. And I'm like, golly, I wish I had that kind of fucking talent, man.
No doubt.
God damn.
I just wish I could stare at a computer that long and not get a freaking
headache.
migraine.
Yeah, I can't.
I can put like an hour, 2 hours onto the computer or my phone, and I'm like, I gotta check out.
I was looking at some productivity software last night because I'm like, where's like I know they have apps that'll just combine everything into one thing.
Yeah.
And for this, it's great because like Tuesday I could just wake up and just it's all right there, man. It'd be so streamlined and so fucking sick and efficient. And then I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, of course, it's $150 or it's $100, you know, and that's per year.
Pockets, Corey.
Yeah, dude.
Run them.
Fuck, I don't have no pockets, bitch.
Me either. I'm trying to do stuff on the free trial. I got a week. That's enough time to edit a video. Oh, bro, you best believe Shinfo has some stuff that we're trying to do, and I was like, I want an album cover, and I straight up did the free trial on one of those AI generator I need to
things.
do that, man.
And just said like 1,000 things, and then just cropped it all myself. Like, fuck it. It's shitty as fuck, but it does just enough. Like, it's not a fucking. It's a real band in a sense, but it's not a real band, so I don't need this professional thing. Like, just throw it out there.
Yep.
And the name is fucking ridiculous anyway, so who cares?
Speaking of ridiculous names, y'all are playing with a band called Steak Sauce Mustache.
Yeah.
I looked them up the other day, and I was like, this is right along with y'all's alley,
They
bro.
sound exactly like you think they would sound. Yeah.
They looked fun. I was like, all right,
That's in Fayetteville?
It is.
Yeah, it's in Fayetteville.
It is.
That'll be fun. That's my birthday, actually.
Nice.
That'll be
Heck
fun.
yeah. I played on my birthday last year. That's always fun to get to play on your birthday.
I've done it a few times. Not a lot. But my birthday's almost always in the middle of a fucking week, it seems.
Mine is April 1st, bro. April Fool's,
So you just had a
baby.
birthday.
Just had a birthday. Just turned 28.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Funny story about that. I was my parents were told I was supposed to be a girl through the whole pregnancy. Come April 1st, it's a
got a
boy.
wiener. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it's got a dong. They were like, "Oh, okay, this is now Chris, not Caitlin."
Oh, you were supposed to be Caitlin?
Something like
Nice.
that.
Christine.
Yeah. God, not Christine. That's funny.
Christina, you come in my house, you say my wife's name right.
Oh,
You ever seen that shit, dude?
No.
That movie's so good. What?
Other guys.
The other guys? Oh, it's so good. Christina,
Okay, I think we lost him.
Yeah, I had.
America. Did you scream out America before you hit the gas? He's like, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that's the one. He's like, "Thanks for the F Shack,
Dirty
Mike and the
Yeah.
boys."
Thanks for the fuck shack.
Yeah.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
I need to. Oh,
Sex in your car again.
he's like looking at him. He's like, "What are you gonna do with that wooden pistol?" And he just bitch slaps him with it.
Gator needs his gat, you punk ass. But that movie's so quotable, dude. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
Oh my god, classic.
That shit was crazy. Ice-T
Yeah.
narrating the whole first 20 minutes of the movie.
Jeez, oh my gosh.
Now that's a recommendation. If you haven't seen the other guys, you're missing the fuck out. You are fucking yourself out of good quality time.
That is a good one.
How long have you been playing music for?
Man, I
28.
played my first show when I was like, I think 15 or 16, something like that.
Damn, first show?
Yeah,
So
I
you've
had a
been
little
playing before that.
like Christian band called it was Christian metal was like
Yeah,
it.
dude.
2007, 8, 9. If you weren't in a Christian metal band, you just
That's
like
right.
you weren't.
What are
playing
you even
shows.
doing, dude?
Exactly?
You sinner.
Yeah. If you couldn't be faithful and hardcore,
That's right.
then like, what are you?
And you got to go hide cigs because the pasture's going to
No
kick you out.
kidding, no kidding. So yeah, I had a little Christian band that I did
What was the
vocals
name of
for on Hollowed Ground.
Of course. That's so perfect.
Makes perfect sense, right? And we played 2 shows, both at downtown. One of them was like a battle of the bands to play for Upon a Burning Body, which was like a lot of fun.
I take it you lost.
This is what we found out. We had like they were scoring us.
Of course they were. Yeah.
We headlined.
Scoring
Yeah,
you.
we had
Yeah.
we headlined. We had so many people pull up for us. I mean, we brought all of our friends up there, so they were having a good time. We got a high score there. What we didn't know is that if I sold all my tickets, I can ask for more. So we were like, fuck yeah.
that
We sold
stinks,
all of them.
dude.
They're all gone. And like the other bands doubled.
Sold out and
which,
doubled.
And this is the thing
Damn.
is all the other bands were like Little Rock, Maumelle, central located.
And
we
y'all
were
were
in
out in the middle of
Heber.
nowhere,
So
yeah.
like, yeah, we sold 50 tickets to friends and family.
Which is a lot for Heber, man. Like, they're
I
coming
know.
from Heber? Damn.
Yeah. I mean, we had several people just buy tickets just because.
Sure.
And so,
Shout out to him, man.
yeah, absolutely. I've had several shows where family
All
has
my
bought
family,
some tickets.
all my family's dead. I can't rely on those sales anymore.
I think my mom only came to one show and saw what we were doing up there and was like, "Oh my god, I'll support him,
is not
but
how I raised him."
damn,
Yeah.
yeah, that was for the Lord." It was.
We're up here for Jesus.
I was a horrible vocalist. I did inhale screams because I
Ugh.
did
The
not want
worst
to.
kind.
I was just like, just make it sound mean,
Yeah.
and you got it.
I'm constantly
I was
out
a
of breath,
guitar
and I'm
player,
gonna get
but
polyps in
not
my throat.
Right.
Yeah.
I was a guitar player, but not the best guitar player.
You're pretty fucking good now.
Not mediocre.
Hey, man.
So it was fun. We had a guitar player that could sit there and play every Kill Switch song. So
Don't
it's
you
like, okay, I can't play that. So
Everybody needs
like,
that.
makes
I'll be with
sense.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the vocalist.
Which one is it? 3 and 5? Got it. I'm a professional 3 and 5. I play bar chords better than anybody.
No doubt. But yeah, that was the start. I was pretty young. Played in a band called As Tall as Giants for a long time.
I think I remember that one.
we were like
Sounds
right
really
in
familiar.
there with the metalcore techno crap that everybody was
Attack,
doing.
Attack. Shout out to 'em.
I listened. Yeah. They started it for me. That's like,
Everybody
I'm gonna
did.
start dyeing
Yeah.
my hair black and straightening it.
Of course.
So I actually listened to some of that music the other day, which we recorded with Austin Sublet and
You
Micah
have it?
Reynolds. Yeah, it's on YouTube, man. Of course.
Can I put it at the end of this episode?
Oh my God! Please don't. It was fun. I really looked up to Through the Looking Glass at that time because they were doing it. They were playing big shows.
were. They
They
sure
were
fucking
opening
were.
up for people I wanted to open up for. And Tyler Kelly came and did a guest vocal spot with us on that. I was listening to it the other day. 10 years ago, I was like,
Right.
God, a decade is
So fucking
It
crazy.
feels longer.
Yep.
And I'm like laying out the timeline of my life, and I'm like,
Well, when you do a lot of
wasn't that
shit in
long
your
ago?
life, you're like 10 years isn't that long ago, really, but it was. Because I look back to when I was, I'm on year 22, 23, and I'm like, holy fuck, I feel like a lifetime ago. Because I don't feel my age
Right.
in my brain. My
No
body
kidding.
does.
I clean shave all the way, and I'm like, all right, I'm still pretty baby face looking.
Mine's creeping in, dog.
No.
I got these beauties right here on my eyes from
bags.
being tired, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It's okay. It just comes with it.
Yeah.
It's character.
I don't give a fuck,
Me
dude.
neither.
I don't
I'm
have
gonna.
gray hair on this head.
Hey, at least you got a nice full head of hair,
Full, dude.
bro.
I have to- dude.
I'm so lucky
Thank
too.
God
I
my
have
wife's
so
so-
many friends that are fucking bald
Are-
now,
oh, yeah.
bro. I'm like, oh my God.
I
what
couldn't be
happened?
bald. I think the Lord knows I can't be bald. I would be fucking hideous, and I'd never leave my. I'd look like Chunk, not Chunk. What's the hey you guys?
Oh
that
my
thing.
God.
What's his fucking name from the
Oh
Goonies?
my.
The Goon.
Come on, Kurt. What is it?
What's his fucking name? No, Chunk's the fat kid. That's not.
The Goonies
What's the Beast's
guy.
name? The Beast.
These?
What's the thing?
Ooga
God
Booga?
damn.
Man, we're all drawing blanks.
I-
Comment the Beast name on YouTube.
Hey you
all
guys.
of our followers.
That's what I would look like anyway, with no hair. Because
gonna
I'd have
drive me
a few
nuts.
stragglers. Because I'm lazy and I don't like to cut my hair.
It's gonna hit me at rehearsal later. I'm gonna be like, "That was it," and they're gonna be
You
like,
just
"What
text
were
me
you?"
like today.
yeah. What are you talking about? Eric? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Finally.
I practice today. I love band practice, man. Ours is
Me too.
temporarily on hold. Our, family issues with a certain person.
I like band
Slaw.
practice when all the
Slaw.
songs.
Sloth.
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 That's it.
He liked
I
Baby
said
Ruth.
slaw. I would be slaw. Like coleslaw, but without the coal. Slaw.
Man, yeah. I like going to a band rehearsal when all the songs are already tight and you just come in and just
When you're
blast
running a
it out.
set for a
You just
show.
blast it
Yeah.
out and you're like, cool, it's still tight and we got a month to go.
See, I actually like writing the most. If I could be in a
like
band
to
that just
write.
wrote, I'd honestly be really down for that.
Yeah, AGR is kind of always. We're always kind of writing and keeping stuff going.
Yeah,
We're,
well, I feel like Christian just doesn't stop. I feel like he
he
goes home and
doesn't.
just-
Oh my God, he works with so many people.
he's
It's
in.
amazing.
He's just down. I have this image of him in my head, and I don't want it ruined for me. He just comes home, he throws his backpack down, whatever job he's doing, and he just immediately goes into this basement
Yep.
area and
Yep.
just starts
Exactly
clacking away
right.
like a fucking
Literally
like
a
movie,
basement
like a
area.
movie. I have this cinematic version.
He's the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's so, and you can see his brain work too. Even when y'all are playing, you can see he's just like, he's in this thing. He's got his headphones on.
Yep.
You're like, okay, you're in this different thing than the rest of us. You're having a different moment than
I've
all the rest
stood
of
by
us.
him since I met
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has always been that guy.
He thinks in
always
ones
wanted
and
to work
twos.
with him. He
Yeah.
when we first got together, Jacob Speak introduced me to him. It was,
Shout out, Speak, bro.
Yeah, thanks,
He saved our
Jacob.
ass on that fucking music video, man.
Really?
Oh, dude, yeah. On the Mayans to War one,
Okay.
that's him in that mask.
Gotcha. That was
Yeah.
at Briggle's house?
Yeah, that was at Briggle's house.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, cool. I didn't know he pulled up to that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Dude, well, all the people we had, they
Bailed.
all bailed. Well, it was like a fucking thunderstorm and all this bullshit. Like, motherfucker. And he just showed up, dude, and fucking
My man, Jacob,
helped us out
shout out.
so
We've
much.
been friends. We went to school together in Heber, and then
He's
he
a
moved to
great
Quitman. We've been friends since like 4th grade.
There
So
you go.
lifelong buddy. Love you, Jacob.
Yeah, me too. He's
Good
and it's like
dude.
he didn't have to show up. I don't know that any of us knew him except Briggles.
Heck,
He just
I don't-
came and did it.
Yeah,
Brought a friend
I-
with him and everything.
That's right. Because, I don't even know if Brandon might have known. Jacob lived at Hayden's house at that time.
Oh, okay.
So
it
maybe
probably
that's
was
how.
Hayden,
yeah,
maybe, actually.
because he filmed.
That's right.
That's right. Okay.
Maybe it was Hayden. Shit. I mean, it was like that. It was like this. It was like that fucking moment. Oh no. And we don't want it to be one of us because you'll just know. We didn't.
Yeah.
It's not like we can change our body shape.
Right.
This is like, oh, that's just Todd in a mask.
That would have been us today with our video without Kurt.
So you just set up 50 of these fucking things now and just do that trick where you put it all in the editor and then you just cut out 2 frames. It's the Matrix thing. So
Yeah.
that's how you make it go in a circle.
Oh,
you
I
know?
like that.
You just take every 2 frames and switch it with the next camera. So then it just follows you and then it's like you don't need a rail system. You just need 20 GoPros.
I couldn't imagine building a rail system every time I wanted to do something like that. Just be like, oh.
Well, if you have it, that's the thing. That's the
I'm
trick.
like, we're going to hang this camera on a string on this piece of wood and spin that.
That works too. Dude, you see that guy that did it with an iPhone? It was like back when like the 3, they had just come out with slow motion.
Yeah.
And he took a fucking piece of wood and 2 strings and he slung it around his head and then snowboarded down a mountain and put it in slow motion. It's
the
one of the
first
most
360 camera.
awe-inspiring things, dude. And the way it comes around, because it's not perfect every time, so it's like coming down and the snow is just billowing out.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's cool.
And he did it with fucking 4 strings and a board, you know?
Dang.
You just got to be creative, dude.
Absolutely,
That's it.
man.
Put a phone in the dead center of your practice space. Set up in a circle. I'm spitballing this right now. Put a motor on a string, a slow one where it just turns slowly, and have a phone just sitting there where it just turns like this.
Yep.
Dead center. Cool. You're done. Add some lights.
Easy.
Fucking.
You can do that in your practice space.
There you go. I don't know if Samsungs do, but I know the iPhones shoot RAW now. You can have full scale fucking thing to go back and edit if you want to like make it look whatever way you want to make it look.
I love it. We just throw the like 90s home video filter and we're like, it's done.
Dude, there's an app for that. Just turn that fucking app on. Hang your phone dead center from get a case. Put a screw in the case. Put a little eyelet. And then it'll just sit there and go like this. And it'll look like a fucking your dad with a VHS camera just going around the room the whole time.
Right.
Done.
And the videos stuff, we like to put out the videos, which is like,
well, it's fun.
It's absolutely
fun to make.
fun.
You're in the moment. You're hanging out. You got like your film guy there. You're throwing ideas. You're
I
like,
get
what
to
if we
tell
shot it like
people
this?
I can't come hang out because I'm shooting a video.
That's right.
today,
It looks cooler in text.
It sounds a lot. Yeah, it sounds like I'm doing big stuff.
I have a studio in my house now that I'm almost done with, and I'm just like, I'm in the studio.
I am the same. I finally have a room I call my room.
That's right.
In my place, and I have just all my memorabilia, all my nerd stuff, my computer, instruments, and I'm like, this is my
Dude, can
area.
you stream
I
from
love
it? I'm setting mine up to like stream from.
Yeah.
I've got like camera, like spot, and I've got like the only thing I need a few more things, but I'm almost there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm too shy to do the like.
I have some old lights I took so I can make the whole room any color I want.
Nice.
You know?
That's my wife. She's all about what the house looks like.
The vibe.
Oh yeah, the vibe. That's the best way to put it. The vibe.
House vibes are important.
It's always changing. There's always any kind of light that can throw the sunset light on the wall. She's about it. So she's got my house looking good. I like
Dude,
it.
coming home to a home that is your thing, it's so important. Like,
Dude.
even if it's a fucking apartment, if it's a piece of shit. Say you live in a ragged up fucking just garbage place. Just, save up $50, go get you some lighting, sweep up a little bit,
Dude.
and just make the mood, like bring it just down where it's just calm in there, like the energy's calm. When you come home and you can just like hop in a shower, but the fucking walls are like a beautiful magenta.
Yep.
And just chill in that shit for a minute, dude. It'll change your whole fucking mood.
I think my favorite thing that she's gotten addicted to is house
Crack.
plants.
Oh,
crack.
house plants.
No, not
my
crack.
bad. Wrong direction.
The house is clean.
I just saw your haircut and just went,
It's probably crack.
It's probably crack.
No, she's addicted to. I
house
can't
do
say
be clean.
anymore. The house is clean. Yeah, we do stay on top of it. But house plants, man, and that is the easiest way, like you said, to just turn the house into
It's alive.
this vibe,
Dude,
and this just like comfortable
My dad
place
was a
you can
botanist.
come in.
You'd come home and there's just a life.
We have like
It's like why you have
50
animals and kids
plus
and
house plants.
Yeah, dude,
it's
that's
insane.
sick.
It is insane.
What's your favorite one? Do you have a favorite?
See, this is where it gets funny because I'm like,
because you don't know.
She knows the names, and I'm like, that one over there with the holes in it.
The spiky one's my boy.
I'm like, this one's purple.
Yeah.
And she doesn't ever want to get the colorful ones. I'm like, you could though. Those could be in my room.
I need oxygen too.
No doubt. Yeah.
Dude, plants freshen up a home, lighting. Dude, and now those LED strips, where you hop on Amazon, that shit's like $6 for 100 feet.
Oh my God. Shout out to Waco again. I don't know how many times, dude, you can throw some LEDs on a boat and it's the LED mega package.
They
and
can
fucking put $6,000 on there
extra,
for
exactly.
$20.
For $20
the LEDs
with the
you got on
rope lights.
Amazon. Exactly.
And they're fucking zip tied into place,
I
dude.
used to have to glue them with super glue after cleaning the side of the pontoons with like paint thinner. And putting them on, and they would always come back like, yeah, their LEDs fell off. I'm like, we eventually found like a track system that you could like actually install
you
it
can't
in.
put glue where the thing's
We
gonna
glued
go
it,
human
bro.
fucking place.
Yeah,
Who's
and then they're
the
in the
engineer?
water. Oh my God,
Who's the engineer? What engineer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going in water. I wonder if the sticky substance that reacts to water is gonna fail. It's not more humid on a lake. No, there's not
my
more
God.
water in the air. God forbid.
I love Waco. That was the most awesome redneck operation we've ever worked.
I mean,
at.
listen, I love a good redneck operation. I run one.
No, dude,
Have you been to Crashcast?
See, like it was a great redneck operation, and like it worked, you know. And we would push out product, but the same thing. There was such a quality cut, and there'd
Yeah.
be stuff that like you personally are like, I can't let that fly, and they're
That's
like,
right.
They're like, send
it out,
and you're just
Yeah.
like, I would be pissed.
Well, that's the problem with assembly lines, man. It just becomes about the end of the day.
Playing footsie down
hey.
here. Ooh, hello.
Hey, that's the biggest issue with it all, man. Because it's like it becomes about the quantity, not the quality. If you just revved it back once, and like, if I want something, like I'm a huge Mac fan, and if say I got $6,000 and I want this dope ass computer, if they told me, look, man, it's gonna be 6 weeks, cool. I've already waited this long.
No doubt.
It's the thing I want, and I want it to be done right. I don't want you mass producing it.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, don't worry about it. Like they'll just send it back because it's cheaper to warranty the fucking thing because then you can just claim it on your insurance, and it's insane. And then you have a whole nother wing of crew.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that like when you're buying something that could be like 60 to 100 grand or more, I don't want it to come with a freaking scratch down the side of it. I don't want it. Better be perfect. I want to unwrap it myself.
Bro, that's like Gibson guitars posting already broken guitars on their website.
Dude, I have a
Them
meme I'll show
stupid,
you
chunky
later. It
bastards.
is hilarious.
That
oh my
they're
God,
like the
it's
prime.
funniest.
They're like the prime. Well, this is a music podcast. Let's switch it to Gibson's terribleness. They just gave up. They quit giving a fuck. Dude, you posted broken guitars on your own website. Let's see.
This is it. It's perfect.
I feel like somehow things find a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and our civilizations have been going on for so long now that certain things.
It just makes sense.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I showed this to Christian the other day because I hear just recently I was, of course, growing
Like, I
up.
love an old Gibson.
Gibson was like,
Dude, the 70s model?
king.
Have you ever played an old one?
I haven't.
That's the problem. Play one from like the 70s, like a vintage model, and then go play today's. It's not the same. That's not the same thing. They're very different
Hate
guitars.
that.
They
That's
look the
whack.
same, but that's like a clone of a thing. It's not the
Yeah.
same thing.
At least clone it right.
I'm Fender till I die, man. I love Fender
Dude,
so much.
I am now a Fender man. I had it was a
Telecasters.
dream to own a Gibson my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
I had my wife's grandparents were nice. He was like, "Look, I'm about to order myself a Gibson. I'll order you one as long as you make the payments on it. Fair."
Damn.
He's got great credit. He's gonna get me a $50.
Shout out.
Shout
Great
out.
credit,
He got
friends.
he got me a $50 payment. It wasn't much. So.
Dude, nothing better than a friend who will lend you his credit.
Blessed, super blessed. You're ordering one, might as well order two. I'll pay on
That's
it.
how I got my first trailer, bro.
Hey, I mean,
That
out.
That was the birthday present from a friend of mine. He's like, "I'll let you use my credit, dude. Get the trailer." I'm like,
Heck
"Fuck yeah, man!
Thanks,
you."
bro. Needed that.
I made every fucking payment.
But I feel bad. After 2 years of owning it, I realized I'm like, this Les Paul is not for playing for a rehearsal for 6 hours.
Right. It's fucking
heavy.
100 pounds, yeah.
It's pulling me down. My shoulders hurt. And Fender is just so versatile, man. You can do everything. Everything.
With one guitar.
You got to have a tube amp. Not necessarily.
You do if you want to like really scope the warmness, but you know, if you're playing like country or blues,
right?
You know, when you want those cleans to just sing like a motherfucker, yes, I do agree.
Mm-hmm. I recently got like the best deal. Actually, shout out someone from Waco. Weird situation. Won't
Kenny.
go in. Yeah, basically,
we'll call him Kenny.
This guy had a girlfriend that was like, look, her
guy's girlfriend's husband's cousin's third brother
had divorced and left, and she kept all the music equipment. She needs money. I go,
that's your best bet.
I go, is it stolen? He goes, no.
It was
fair
left.
enough.
It's not stolen.
Fair enough.
If it's left,
dude, a Fender DeVille hot rod two. I think they're 10-inch.
Two 10s.
Yeah, probably 2 10s in there. Easily a $1,200.
Oh, they could be 212. If it's staggered, I bet it's 212s.
Maybe. I think it
I
might
can't remember.
be. It's heavy. Oh my god.
Oh, they're heavy
so
as
heavy.
fuck. Yeah. Dude, you want to talk about the warmest tone of Alive though? That amp.
Oh, dude,
like,
it sounds
unbelievable.
Me and Christian literally melt at rehearsal all the time.
Sex.
He's like, bro, your tone is literally perfect now.
Yeah.
Because I took the Helix Effects modeler, so I don't have like any of the amp simulators and stuff, any of the heads. So it's just the effects off of the Helix, and then I run it through my tube amp, and it's just amazing. It hits right in the middle.
Interesting.
It's loud and mean at 2.
Oh, dude.
You know, I never cranked it more than like that. So.
I have a Bogner with the greens, the Celestians, like the beautiful like finished 30s, and I have a little. It's called Lil Rock. It was made here. Bought it off Mr. McKell. Shout out.
Nice.
But it's 5 watts, and dude, that thing on 3 on this little 12-inch 212 it's like a combo amp, but it's not. Dude, holy shit! And the tone will melt your soul.
I'll never need a full stack with that thing.
And I
want to be able to
like
like
play on it.
Put it in my Camry and like drive, you know.
Oh
somewhere.
Well, you know.
That's just more, go, man. Just hit the open road and fucking play
pull
every
off
bar.
In Albuquerque and fucking throw a few licks at these hillbillies.
I love it, bro. It's loud. It's so loud. It's so crisp and clean.
Crisp and clean, dude.
But I got it
even
for
their Fender
$125, my bro.
Fuck you. That's awesome, dude.
I love it, dude. I'm
so jealous of that.
I will literally have that thing repaired. I could have it repaired a bunch of times and still not
for the
be
rest of your life.
What it cost me. So I will replace fuses, whatever it takes.
Even the Fender Rumble bass amps. The bigger ones with like the 610 cab and the head, fucking dude, tone for days. I want one in my studio so badly.
We finally I lucked out. I found someone on Facebook Marketplace selling the same version, but just the 1x2 was a 1x12.
The one speaker, yeah.
And our other guitarist Nick has been playing through like this little Fender Champion.
What do you have, like 30 people in y'all's band now?
6, bro. There's 6 of us up there. There's no room. We literally. I feel so bad.
Didn't Steven downgrade his keyboard?
He's got a smaller keyboard that does a lot more,
it's
so sick. But there's still 6 people up there. It's a lot. It is a lot.
It's like early days My Ants to War. It was like 7 fucking people on stage.
We had to pass on a show at Cregan's in Jonesboro, and I'm like, man, I'm so glad because it's tight with 5 people up there.
Bro, all you do is you just start sticking motherfuckers in corners and just make it work.
Yeah, don't move.
Lame Johnny played at the Exchange, which is now like Grateful Head Pizza, I think.
Man, that sounds super familiar.
It's in Hot Springs. It's like in this corner, and like the stage is almost. It's 2 of these, like just double this, and like that's the whole fucking stage.
Yikes.
See, basically the stage is a drum riser, but we managed to fit the drummer and all of our gear, and I was able to play. I brought my ego riser, so I was able to smash it up against the stage, and we had just enough room where like me and Cody were kind of on the floor, but kind of not, because we set up funny, we set up different, and but none of the gear was on the floor. It was just us. It was sick, but you just gotta like get in there and be like, well, this, that, and what I like to do on
I'm
weird.
gonna stand where you're supposed to be standing and back up.
Well, what I like to do is you got to start with the drums because that's the biggest thing.
That's the key right there.
I'll take the kick drum and kind of just like almost walk around. I learned this from a audio engineer, and I've just like have always taken that with me and be like, that is a brilliant idea. What he does when he goes into a new room is he takes a floor tom, because the floor tom's kind of like the whole spectrum of a drum kit. You got low end and the top and the attack, and he'll walk around, and when that floor tom sounds as sick as humanly possible, that's where we're recording the drums.
Okay, yeah, I guess it is all about where it's all the sounds bouncing
exactly.
in that room.
So I took that and like we'll put it to sizing shit up too, because like that kick drum's the biggest thing. Bass in, and you're like, and then if you sit it right here and you're like, dude, we can put this here, done.
Yeah, it can be like 68 and have their drummer literally sideways.
So we do that in Lame Johnny, but it's like 45 because we have a 3-piece, but we all play on the front. So Justin's technically center stage. I'm stage right, which would be stage left to the audience, and then Cody's stage left.
I'm so stoked for this 28th show, bro. Can't wait, bro.
Dude, I will say, so we've been playing, and we didn't play for 3 years. We didn't touch any of the material.
I mean, shoot, the last time I remember y'all playing with us was at EJ's.
Well, that was a lifetime ago. And that was when we were we still a 4-piece then?
I think it was a 3-piece.
Did we switch already?
I think
because we started as a 5-6-piece, and then
I
was down.
Digging through y'all's YouTube the other day and seeing
yes.
videos of it like a 5-piece, and I was like, "What?"
We had a keyboardist,
yep,
and then we had auxiliary drums, and we had all this stuff, and it was like doing horns, another guitarist, and finally people started leaving, whatever, and we got down to like the core 3, and I was like, let's just do pissed off shit, and that's where we landed.
It has to grow, has to become what it's
became
supposed
its own
to be.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little backstory. Well, people give a fuck, but it started as an acoustic side project that I made after my great grandmother died.
Gotcha.
Because when she landed here from Germany in like 1913,
wow, that's crazy.
They were escaping all the crazy shit going on.
Yeah,
that was just starting to kind of like, the economy was starting to get weird. You started having all these weird things start happening. We know what happened later.
Good recognition there.
And plus, word had already gotten that there's America, so they came in through Ellis Island. When they came in, where they landed was in South Dakota. And in South Dakota is the school she went to was named after a horse thief, Limping John, and his nickname was Lame Johnny.
That's cool.
Because he had a bad leg. And I got this whole story when she passed away, because she has that's the history of our family.
Yeah.
Like, came over, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Lame Johnny, that's dope as fuck. So I started looking this guy up, and I started writing kind of emo pop country tunes on my acoustic guitar. And if you want to dig it out, please God don't. There is some of it on MySpace still.
Oh, does MySpace
Barely.
hold that stuff still?
I think they got rid of everything.
That's what I thought, because I went and tried to find like my profile, because I was like, I never deleted it.
The last time I thought about it, I found it and it worked. And I listened to it and was like, this is terrible. I made artwork. It was like trains and shit. So when we brought it back, I was like, let's do rock and roll. The original idea was like the Almost and Foo Fighters, right?
Yeah.
Which, if you go back and look at those videos, it's very much what it is.
Yeah.
It's the Almost, the Foo Fighters. It's rock and roll. And, but I wanted to make it about this character, Lame Johnny. So that first record, and even some of the songs we still play, you're like, what, he's saying weird words like outlaw and all these things. It's just holdovers, and we had a whole storyline. I wrote in a love interest. We had a whole album concept.
You're creating these concepts of a day in the life of Lame Johnny.
Well, it was his life. So
Yeah.
the first record was his entire life, right? And then the next record, that love interest, what he didn't know is that he had a son, and now it's the 1930s.
Gotcha.
And we were going to do these albums all the way through.
Dang.
And he was going to be a gangster, like his son turned into a gangster, all this shit, because this was just like the late 1800s when all that happened.
Yeah.
Like post Civil War in America. So like, this is a real dude. And he got hung because they stopped the train and he was on it. His old crew set him up. He had actually stopped being a bad guy.
Dang.
But his old crew set him up.
Too late. Your past come back to haunt you.
Well, they do, and they hung him right there. Boom. And then the only thing they had left was a pair of his shoes. When they dug up his body, exhumed it, his head was missing.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then they had his shoes and the handcuffs that were still on his body, and then they perished in a fire.
Crazy.
At the museum. The museum caught on fire and they went away. So there's nothing left of this guy.
That's wild.
So it's a wild story, and then now we're this fucking pissed off band, and so we
somewhere
have these, like,
his spirit's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like, these kids
My
are
legacy
crazy.
lives on.
Oh, that's right. You know, he was like this horse thief, this simple horse thief turned fucking train robber, turned good guy. Literally within that same year is dead. They hung him.
Dang.
You know,
Bro.
wild. So
rip Lame Johnny.
and then we didn't play for years. We haven't played for 3 years because Justin got in that wreck, right?
Yeah.
We didn't touch it. We have not played except for maybe Problems for funsies. Once we started doing Shinfo, I was like, you got one in you? Like, you want to try it at least to see if we even remember it? And he did. And I was like, shit.
We got it.
That was pretty good. And then
Still got it,
the only
bro.
problem, bro, so the only thing I'm worried about this show is it took me years to be able to, the screaming for constant long times.
Bro, you're going to blow it out.
So at practice, by the end of it, man, and we take breaks at practice. So I'm like,
you're sounding like
it's getting better, and I'm finding you've screamed. Yeah. I don't know if you ever focused on it. I'm very fixated on it, not like it has to be the same every time, and I got to know.
Yeah.
And I do it on chest feel, so I'm getting very close to what it was. You know, still some. You'll see. I don't know that we'll be perfect by the time the show happens.
It's gonna be sick,
but it's gonna be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. We've got a good set lined up. I've got a little... We were going to do a cover, and then I decided against it. I don't think it's the right cover for the right time. But we are going to do something fun. So
I'm stoked, man. I'm ready to go over there and rip Full Moon up.
When is that? The 28th?
28th of April.
God,
coming
it's
up.
Dude. It's like 2 weeks away.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickies.
Yeah.
I was going to do more, but I'm just like, let's just keep it simple. And every practice, I'm like, should we make samples? Should we do samples? Should we do...
Dude, it can become a lot. We've had several instances where, like, we're like, why are the tracks not working? We're trying to get going.
I've seen that a lot, yeah.
It happens, man. And sometimes you get it up and going, and then sometimes you don't. So we try to... We're slowly getting to where, like, less and less stuff is in the backtracks. I think there's 6 of us.
Well, I mean,
we should be able to make
yeah.
enough noise. There's just little, like, glitchy stuff and... Just
yeah,
sounds...
and y'all have like actual like sound tracks, like audio tracks in your stuff that you couldn't replicate live.
Some of the harmonies are in there, but now that we have Evan from Salon Blonde playing bass, he's kind of taking a vocal spot as well in the future. So we're getting there. We're getting to where, I mean, every practice we sit there and
y'all are almost going the opposite way. Like, y'all are going like, okay, we have this piece. Oh, cool, another member. Great, less to do for the computer. Whereas Johnny went like the opposite direction. And now
less members, more computer.
I always said if Cody quit, I would just be a 2-piece. I wouldn't even have a bassist, dude.
Literally, our artwork for our new single coming out is the MacBook on the stand next to the drums, and we're all just like, yeah, that works. Yeah. We don't care.
That's so funny.
We try not to think about it too hard. We're just like, that makes sense for us.
I think that's the right idea these days. What is it naturally? What is the thing you're already doing? Film that.
Yeah.
Don't force it, because then it's unauthentic. Because then you try to make it this caricature.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the times we catch ourselves, we're like pulling. We're like, look at this 3-6 Mafia album. Look at that.
Yeah,
Let's replicate that.
Yep.
And then it's just a cheap copy. Exactly.
I think that works for merch and merch only.
Agreed. Cardinal Rule at the Crashcast cover show.
Yeah.
We had some. I was sitting there. I'm like, man.
Which y'all got a show coming up finally too.
Yeah, I'm not playing in Cardinal Rule anymore. I actually stepped away again, just because, I mean, 2 bands, 2 jobs.
I'm in 4 bands,
the
bro.
Wife,
I get it.
Now 3 animals. I have to limit my time.
Compartmentalize your mind.
Exactly. Yeah,
I get it.
I love those dudes, and I will support them for the rest of my life.
Did they replace you, or is it just going to be a...
They're looking for a member. I'm not going to say anything. I've heard some stuff from them that might work out. But
so you're just in any given room?
Yeah, just in any given room.
Nice.
It's the only thing I can manage at the time, and
I get it.
And Cardinal Rule, we were busy. Brady lives in Jonesboro, so like we would get together like once a month sometimes. And I want to be at practice like twice a week.
I want to be at practice every fucking night.
At least once a week, if not one big practice and then one just we're hanging and jamming kind of
dude,
thing.
those are the best. That is, dude, that's the way to do it because then you don't lose interest in yourselves.
Yeah, and you're tightening up with just like the 2 or 3 of you. So
jamming, just jamming. Even if you don't know, right, just jam. Play other people's shit, whatever it is. Like, or try. Dude, we'll try to fucking play songs we've heard before. Like, the Under Oath show just happened. So we're like, we just started playing Down, Set, Go. And me and Justin basically played the entire song. We've never played that song together.
but it's so in your brain. Where you're at.
Yeah, it's so in your brain. You're just like, that's dope. Those are those moments where there's something going on in your synapses. So when you're going to write these songs now, I'm so in tune to how Christian's going to play this fucking drum beat. Like me and Justin, we can close our eyes, turn the fucking lights completely dark, start playing a song, and you won't believe that we've never played it before. Our own band members are like, did y'all write that before we got here? And we're like, we're just jamming. Because we've done it so much.
I've set the tone with the guitar, and he came right in.
But you'll
or
know
the opposite.
It becomes almost telepathy because you'll know. I know he likes to do things in 6, whatever the fuck, even if it's a timing thing. And be like, I know for a fact at the next go through, we're changing it up, and I'm just going to hit it. And it works, and it's so fucking sick when it happens, dude. It's my favorite shit.
It is fun. That is great when you sit there and you all just get into the same sync and you're just sitting there. You don't even know what you're doing, but you're just playing this riff and you're like, sick. We'll never use that or do anything with it.
And you'll play it 600 fucking times in a row.
That we can get on the
That's right.
same brain wave like that.
Yeah. You'll play it 1,000 times in a row and it's the best thing ever and you'll never touch it again.
Do y'all have moments too where you practice too much in the day and you can kind of tell everyone's like drooping down and you're just like, yeah, I got no more gas in the tank?
Oh, there's some days where
it's like 6 hours in, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh no, our practices are like 2-3 hours. Here lately we'll do MH2W and then Lame Johnny because it's all the same, the same people are in the
might
same.
As well, you're all in the same room.
But dude, that is a motherfucker. Going from drumming the whole time to then getting up and then just screaming your ass. It's all cardio. Woo. It's all in the lungs. Drumming is in the lungs, screaming in the lungs. Yeah. Guitar, whatever. Kind of just,
You're just in there.
Yeah. And those guitar parts are not hard, so it's not like I overwrote the song.
No doubt. Hey there,
Cooper's back. Oh, Punks for Paws. He's just bringing in reminders is what he's doing. What are you doing, buddy?
June 17th is going to be the official date.
There you go.
I do have 3 artists confirmed, but we're going to wait and release the full lineup when it's all locked in and like everyone again reassures that we're all in, so that way it's official. I don't want to be able to change a name after dropping it or anything like that, because that just seems unorganized kind of deal. So
when you have the name on the flyer and then the next day they're like, actually we can't, you're like, I'm gonna fucking beat you up.
Whoops.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Sorry that y'all spent that time making that flyer and announcing it, but delete us.
Yeah. Or asking the graphics design artist if it's not yourself, like, hey, can you take this band off and add this band? Like,
oh my gosh,
dude.
yeah. I just don't want to. Yeah, I want to have it all official. I'm not exactly sure when we'll announce it, but again, we've talked about about a month and 2 weeks. That's about the perfect push time.
Perfect, so. You get the tickets, you get the thing, you start fucking, but I mean, you can stay in constant contact. That's a huge one, y'all. Y'all want to book a good show, start a group chat. It's the most beneficial shit in the world. It really is.
Agreed.
It's annoying from time to time, especially at night.
Man.
When I'm trying to fucking sleep because I'm an adult.
See, I avoided that the first time. The first one I did, I mean, honestly, by myself. I didn't pull I didn't pull anybody in. I didn't have any group chat or anything like that. And I learned that it's better if you have a team.
It's a real motherfucker to throw a whole thing.
I did. Yeah. I was reaching out. I was trying to get people to do designs. I was making video promotion work, reaching out to other artists and stuff. And I mean, of pulling the bands in and getting everything together. So this year I've got a team. We're pulling Crashcast, No Rest Productions, and Heavy Hit. So it is the full community.
Trifecta.
It's the community. That's what this will be forever. It should always be a full community involvement.
I love that. Yeah.
It
works better when it's that way, man.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it by myself last time.
Sure.
there's just the scene was popping off around that time.
And that's about when it was all happening. 2018 to 2020 was just a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Y'all were putting on some killer shows between the first cover show and then the rebuild the stage as well.
And now it's just the thing. There's no more the revolution already happened. Now it is the new thing.
Everyone can come in. You can do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason you shouldn't be able to.
The hardest part you're going to have right now, which is insane to say, is getting a date locked in at a venue.
It is.
And
I waited I think we waited 3 or 4 days before we were able to get it officially locked in.
And that's great because a lot of people are waiting weeks just to even be like, well, if it's this or that.
And y'all are playing at
months in advance.
Nomads Trailside.
Trailside,
in Fayetteville. See, we've been wanting to go up there, but someone told me that you have to bring a PA.
Is that true? Because we didn't
need
hear
to
about this.
Yeah, we need to find out. I've been told that before.
I mean, we have one, but
Easton from Prop Hunter told me that because we're wanting to play Fayetteville very soon. But it's hard. We've reached out to Smoking Barrel, and there's Nomads, and you can go
there's
outside.
There's the other Nomads. There's
there is 2 Nomads. But we're reaching out. We're trying to make our way up to Northwest Arkansas because they are also doing some pretty big stuff over there.
It's unhinged up there.
It's insane to really think about. There's 2 scenes. There's the
That's what I was just
Central
about to say,
and the
dude.
Northwest Arkansas.
And they're both thriving. It's
Yeah.
so fucking crazy in
It
their
is.
own respects. And they're both just. Yeah, we want to start branching up to there and getting bands from there on here. That's a big goal for this year. There's 2 ones. It's the branching out is this year. We're starting to lay the groundwork for growth, it's exponential growth.
That's us. We're trying to plan some out of town, out of state shows, and even if they're you go out there and they're not what you thought they were going to be. Of course, not every show is a sellout show. You just have to get over that fact. You're going to have some. That's why you have a guarantee.
Well,
if you can.
Sometimes even that's not a guarantee.
No kidding. I've played in Slick Grip, and there were several shows. We had a show where it was us and Levels, and we went up to Cape Girardeau.
Where's that?
Missouri.
Okay.
And it was this festival. It's supposed to be all these bands, all this big thing, and literally we played to Levels, and Levels played to us, kind of thing. People would play and dip. There was no one there. But those guys, as soon as we were done, they're like, "Here's your 200." We were like,
"That's crazy."
Y'all losing money because I'm just drinking. I'm drinking at the bar.
Yeah, but they probably had the money first, which is smart.
Hopefully,
don't do anything if you can't lose the money.
No kidding. Absolutely. I
have it in the bank first.
Have it covered before it's even a thing. Exactly. So that's on them for not promoting because what were we gonna do from Arkansas?
If you have that many? Well, you're not. I've had a promoter ask us that in another state.
Well, y'all
didn't promote the show. I'm not fucking from here, dumbass.
No doubt. How are we supposed to have a draw here when we don't know anybody?
This isn't
we were
that
hoping
big of a
that
venue.
this local venue would promote and let other
local
people
bands
know.
on the fucking show. Do I have a fucking hair on my face?
I don't see it.
Okay,
feel it.
I feel something. That must have been all that meth I smoked.
Oh my god, the LSD's kicking in. I got hair on my tongue.
I'm a cat. Nah, dude. There's definitely rights and wrongs, and if you want to do bigger shit, there's fundamentally a few things you want to do, and that group chat is a fucking knockout. And you got to have the people that want to be in it from each band. Yeah, that was a big one too. Who wants to be in this? Add everyone, and then put the first message. Be like, if you don't want to be in here, don't be in here.
Yeah, if you're not gonna respond or
if
have
it's gonna
input,
annoy you,
just
remove
there's
yourself.
Usually a couple of us that'll get thrown in there like that. Like I said, I mean, communication problems are left and right.
Dude. Yeah, you're speaking of the God King of communication problems. It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm really bad at literally opening a message or a text and be like, cool, I'm going to respond to that, and then never respond.
So my biggest issue is I'll be working. I work in Florida. My hands are fucking filthy, covered in
just
thin
got
set,
the
which is
headphones
concrete.
in.
I've got my headphones in, so I'll hear it and I'll see it on my wrist.
Yep.
And I'll go, okay, keep working. Lunchtime comes around. I'm watching a YouTube video eating lunch. Well, I've forgotten. And then I'm not going to go back and check it. And then the next time somebody hits me up, which is multiple times a day. So this happens to me all the time where I'm like a day late, 2 days, sometimes a week. I won't see it. Ooh. Or Facebook will just send the shit to a different goddamn folder and I'll have no idea that it happened.
Dang.
Yeah.
I feel like I have that done to me more than my, so like I rarely have messages get blocked, probably because I'm not popular. Or
I don't know if it's a popularity thing. I mean, my inbox is busy. I understand.
I'm glad that no one's messaging me asking me questions, honestly. Don't ever message me asking for anything. I'm always asking other people's stuff. And it always ends up to like, they don't read my message. And then I'm like, give me your phone number. Like, I know
that's the best way to reach me.
Yeah.
Because that one is inescapable. Because it will just keep telling you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Messenger doesn't do that, but I have my phone set up to like every few minutes, if you text me, it'll do that re-release, that read notification. That is the best way.
I just write on your wall. I did this to Blaine the other day. I was like, Blaine, you're not reading my messages. You're online. Read them. Reply.
They're not the same thing. Here's the problem with that. On a computer, it pops up the message when you send it if I'm online. But if I'm on my phone, it doesn't do that. That's true. You know, and if I get a notification and I'm in the middle of doing something, what do? Whoop, you do this. And then you finish doing the thing. My brain's so fickle. It's like, cool, product
I'm
done.
already thinking 10 steps ahead.
I've already forgotten about that.
I am bad about that. I'm also really bad about calling family. They'll call me and be like, "Are you alive?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Yeah. Like, what? I didn't call you and tell you I was dead.
Yeah. Did you read about me in the news? Then I'm alive.
Jeez.
I ain't going out like no punk. No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously.
I'm flying off a fucking bridge, man.
I'm good. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about me. You'll hear about it.
Seriously. I'm going out with a bang.
Oh, man, I'm driving this thing into a fucking pylon.
I think about that all the time. I don't like necessarily want... that's why I'm trying to set myself up to where I don't have to work till I'm 70, you know?
It's gonna suck. Well, there's no such thing as retirement, so it's kind of like you got to set yourself up to have the life you like.
Right. So
you can do it as long as you can.
I would never go into the craziest neighborhood and buy the biggest house. I mean, literally, if I just had the nice apartment I have right now and it was paid for all the time, I'm comfortable.
I'll live in a shack if it's paid for. Like, that's my current housing situation. I got so blessed. It's like I can pay it off in my lifetime.
Yep.
And eventually, I won't have to have a mortgage payment.
I hear about my dad's mortgage payment. He's like $4 something a month. I'm like, damn.
I couldn't do it, dude.
That's amazing.
I couldn't have payments for my whole life on stuff. Like, that's why I buy used cars.
Yep.
Because they're, if I have to make payments on it, if I can't just pay for it right then and there, it's, a year or two. Done.
We're doing a fundraiser. We're paying off your car. Yeah, dude.
That's all I have right now is one car payment and my mortgage. And then you got like bills. But bills are easy. I can come by that. Dude. Bills are simple.
I am unfortunate. But the Crashcast fundraiser show we played last year now.
Was it last year already?
No. It's like January, something like that.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. It was a long time ago, it seems like.
I think it was November.
But yeah, I had someone rear end me, like driving like so fast that they flipped over me and flipped their car. I was sitting at a red light.
What the fuck?
Totaled a paid off car that I drove to the shop every day. I mean...
You motherfuckers. And what'd you get for it? $1,500?
Actually, no. So bless the market for being in COVID times because
so you got
used
way
vehicles,
more inflated value.
I got more than what we paid for the vehicle. So I looked at it as, honestly, a good thing.
I got a newer ride. Did you?
I'm in payments is the bad part.
You saw that big check and went, I can do a down payment on something nicer.
I did. It was, so technically my wife drove the car that's in my name that we financed, and I drove her, it was a Nissan Xterra, so it's, four-wheel drive.
Nice car, though.
It was a work vehicle.
Yeah.
She was like, that is you.
Yeah.
I'm the car.
It's a utility vehicle. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, put the wife in the good car,
That's
let her
right.
be happy,
Yeah, I have the Honda going everywhere, nice car, and then I have the work 4Runner at the house.
Right,
Yeah.
and the thing exactly. So, yeah, I was just sitting at a red light, got smoked from behind. But, yeah, they cut me a check that was couple more thousand than what I paid for.
That's crazy.
The wonderful thing which I guess I was already going to a chiropractor because I fucked my neck up, like sleeping, pinched a nerve. It was making me have like the spins. Like I'd wake up and feel like I had the spins, and it would be sweating and throwing up.
From a neck injury?
For a pinched nerve, yeah. And I went, and they were like, yeah, like
from headbanging, maybe.
It was just sleeping wrong. I just slept with my neck messed up, and
that makes me feel good about sleeping.
Yeah, it just made me sick for like a week, and I went to a chiropractor, the joint, and I mean they cracked me, realign me, yank my head up, and it was instant, bro. I mean, I literally looked at him and said, "I already feel better," and just from then on out was good.
I'm afraid they're gonna kill me.
If they do, it's quick.
That's true. I mean, you won't know it. It's just going to go fade to black real fast. Your wife
will benefit from suing the shit out of that place.
That's true, too.
Well,
that can't be true. That can't be true.
Yeah. Oof. I guess you do have paperwork you sign that I'm sure is in there.
Oh, some sort of weird clause. No,
I'm
fuck
sure
that.
it's fine. You know, whatever.
You can still sue. They'll do something.
Yeah.
It's also not considered like a required medical service.
Well, no, it's not, but that's why it shouldn't be anything.
But
really,
because I got in that car wreck, and I told the chiropractor I had like a month plan of like going every week for a long time, and they were like, "You just got in a car wreck? Oh, you can't go here anymore. We can't legally like keep cracking your neck when you've been in a wreck. We could fuck you up,
re-injure it. God damn.
So like you're gonna have to go to a chiropractor for accident specialty." So I did. And they're like, "Oh, you got whiplash. You've got all this muscle torn." So I like
sue them.
I wasn't gonna sue, but I definitely utilize your insurance because they just take money from you every month.
No, I've never had an insurance claim in my life, dude.
This is my first one, and I told them, I was like, "Look, I was already going to the doctor. I was having stuff done. Now I have to go to a whole new thing." He's telling me I have whiplash, and they were like, "Here's $1,500 for pain and suffering." I was like, "Thank you."
You ever think that this music's gonna fucking? You see those football players getting CTE and shit? The headbanging.
I was
generation?
wondering about that from the like UFC fighters and even wrestling.
I mean,
it's
just
the same
amount
thing.
of headbanging I've done. Am I gonna be in like fucking 10 years? Am I gonna be stuttering and shit?
I'm glad. I used to, man, a bang over. I
still do it, man.
Really,
I still do
man.
it.
I can't.
We have a song about it.
I feel so fragile. I'm just such a small guy that I'm like, man, if I really sit there and go crazy, I don't know. I guess I'm more about like kicking and flailing more than I am ripping my head off.
I'm a head ripper. I'm a fat fuck, so I have to stand in place and do this. Dude, we have a song about it. It's literally what it's about. It's called Bangovers and Hangovers. It's one of my favorite songs. And it is true. I mean, just the amount of force, boom, boom, your brain is just slamming into the front of your fucking skull like 1,000 times in a 30-minute fucking interval.
Dude, I did have a bangover from the cover show that we did. I mean, A Day to Remember is like one of my like childhood growing up bands that like got me into heavy music. So the fact that we got to play them, I was like, dude, I'm about to just go crazy up here. I was going wild. I definitely
all on stage, dude.
Yeah, and not like Cardinal Rules music was so much like that heaviness. Like I'm never gonna get this chance to like go this crazy like this with it not looking ridiculous. So I did. I gave it all I had up there, and definitely felt it the next day. That second set was punishment. I was like, oh my god,
dude, doing 2 is a real motherfucker.
Dude, it's now a tradition. There's a tradition because John did it the first time. He did 2 sets,
and he did 2 metal bands.
Zach,
unreal.
This wasn't a Crashcast one, but Zach Smith also did.
Dude, he did like 4.
How many covers did he do at their cover show before that one?
Oh,
I know he did 2.
Zach has done a Zach show because he was in all those bands and they all played the same show. He played like 5 shows a night. Man.
It's so great to see young. I mean, he's growing up. He's over 21 now, but it's so cool to see such a young one.
Y'all better start fucking around with those kids, man, because they're going to be the next like people in charge.
With us in Salon Blonde. Like we're really tight. It was after the Go for Gold release show. I came up to him and was like, dude, y'all are amazing. Like, do y'all have anything recorded? Like, you need to be recording music. And they're like, oh, we've got stuff on our phone. I was like, you need to meet my buddy Whitehead. Y'all need to come hang out. And it's just been an amazing relationship that we've built with those kids. And I'm like, love being that person because I needed that at that age. I mean, when I first met Micah and Austin and they like did our EP, I would call it professional at that point. This wasn't Reaper at my buddy's mom's house. Like, we were
it's free.
We're thankful for that insight and just that opportunity.
You've got the guitar stepped down to a 1/8 inch adapter going to the old stock sound card.
I used to do that with Audacity, bro. Audacity in my grandma's house.
You don't even have distortion on yet. It's beep, beep,
It was
beep,
sixth
beep.
grade. There's, of course, Audacity. There's no tempo. It's just record.
Just record, dude.
It's just
That's all you
record.
need.
And we're in there, you know. My grandma's like, what are y'all doing? This is demonic. We're like, it's actually Christian music.
Fuck you, bitch.
We're screaming for the Lord.
But dude, I remember because fucking good sound cards were so hard to come by, and you would go to Walmart and buy the one with the fucking 2 mic holes, and you would step down the instrument you needed. Dude, for drums, we did it. We had a Rogue. This is 25 fucking years ago. We had a Rogue 8-channel PA head. Ooh. That we used the left and right out and stepped down and went into our buddy's PC.
Yeah, a mic import on the back of the tower.
Yes, into Cakewalk 4. And we made a whole fucking record that way.
Heck yeah.
Unreal.
MySpace was different, bro.
Real.
You could put demo in parentheses next to it and people were just still ate it up. They were well, that was us. With As Tall as Giants, we did that same thing. We put out all demos because we were like, we want people to know what we're going to sound like. I don't give a shit, you know.
It changed everything, and it's changed it so much now that, dude, you can record a fucking record now, click a button on a fucking thingy, on a VST or something, and it will just clean it up for you. I saw one today.
Mastering apps.
Bro,
yeah.
No, I saw one today for drums. You can do the whatever, and you know how drums, they're so hard. They're the most complicated. Shit's out of phase, whatever. They sound weak, and then you have to pump all that up to make them sound like what you hear in real life.
You're putting
quite literally flick a fucking switch and drums.
Love it.
It's so crazy. It's becoming so easy that, it's soon, dude. It's soon. You're just going to videotape it with your phone. It's going to come out flawlessly.
The AI stuff, man. That's
what
really
it is.
Crazy.
That's what it's all neural. When it says neural engine and all these things, it's learning software. That's just little AIs in the background.
I made it listen to all of Taylor Swift's discography and then write a Taylor Swift song.
Well, have you heard the shit where it's doing like comedy now? Where they're telling it comedy sets and it's spitting out jokes. And it's doing it with video versions of the comedians, and it's damn near perfect. We're this close, dude.
I wonder how that works. Does the AI make it PC, or is it raw comedy?
It's just copying what it doesn't know that. It doesn't do anything. It's just a copycat is all it is, and it's a really good one. So right now, that is what it is. It's just a copy. So it can't do anything that we haven't already set it up to do, right?
Right.
So that's what the singularity will be, is when it can do it for itself. That's what consciousness is, so we claim.
Like we've made this AI listen to 100 hours of Bob Saget comedy.
That's right. Yeah. The most vulgar, fucked up shit. You ever suck dick for coke? Yeah. It'll take that, and it will just be exponential at that point. So, and then some people think it has already happened, but it's so smart it hasn't told us. It's only showing us in increments.
Man,
and they say that's why AI is getting so fast.
iRobot's gonna happen.
ChatGPT came out not that long ago. We're already on 4. It's unbelievable. You see people have 4 jobs.
Dude, I see
using ChatGPT.
Businesses that use that to respond to reviews.
Yes.
And I'm like, I wouldn't trust that, because you go back and it spout off some bullshit.
There's already content creators that are doing like this shit on YouTube, where you can tell that it's a bot. It's speaking it, and it's almost so good, but you know it's a bot because it's not being specific. It's like, this person jumped in the river. It's just being descriptive. Dude, I'm telling you, it's so wild. It's so fucking wild. And we're so close to being just everyone can do everything, and then there's going to be this great era where you can just do what you want, just be creative, just point your phone at it.
Everything's going to be cliche
it's gonna go
at
to
that
fucking,
point.
Yeah,
everything will just be a copy of what's already happened. That's going to be rough.
Well, it's because it's only what we've already done. It can only replicate what humans already created.
Yeah. It's very true.
But once it can get past that barrier, and you can just come in and tell it like, hey, my name's Chris. I love this band, this band, this band, and I want a song that sounds like these people. If they were in a band together, it will compile all the shit they ever did and shit you out infinite things.
Yeah.
In that style.
It's rough. And honestly, I feel like there's enough humans doing this already that like there's so many bands I hear that it's like, I mean, you can spout out the most generic name, and it's these guys, they just look like the band, and you're just like, you listen to it and you're like, I don't know. There's more to it. There's more of that human personality that sells it rather than just what
we'll accept it and we'll go way over here. And then we'll go, actually, you know what's cool? Punk rock in a basement. And it'll go backwards, It'll be like, oh, that's what's cool again. Like your kids will be like, dude, like all the little kids, like the 13-year-olds I know, they're like, fucking Facebook is dumb as shit. You're an idiot. Don't be on that.
I know.
And I'm like, you're not wrong. We got fucking duped though, but y'all are going to get duped by some other dumb shit. So just wait.
Do you think we'll get more social media platforms?
For sure.
Really?
They happen Look how long TikTok was around before it got famous. The fucking pandemic made it big.
And Vine really started that, and then TikTok came in and just went behind it.
TikTok was around for years before it got popular. It was just some other fucking... No one gave a shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then... it just people catch on, and then they'll go, "Oh, here's a new one." It's not fucking new. It's like when a band pops. When a band pops, and like we've been around for 20 years, actually.
No doubt.
It happens all the time.
Best new band award. We've made albums for 10 years, but
that's that whole culture. Dating apps. What's the next? Because they all get corrupted. Eventually, they just become fuck sites.
Dude, we were talking about this the other day. It's like, man, I got on Grindr. Not one skateboarder in there. I was hoping to meet up with some friends and skateboard and...
Or we were talking even Instagram used to be different. We were talking about before you got here. Instagram used to be a place for photographers. That's how it started. It was a photographer's app. Mm-hmm. And now it's just Facebook too. It's just there's no difference between it and Facebook other than the way you scroll through it.
I think we've started to notice too that Instagram gets better interaction.
It does. Ours does for like infinitely.
It seems
our
like
Facebook will get 3 fucking likes, and our Instagram is so much
popping
better.
Off.
Yeah.
Ours. I see that with a lot of bands here locally, and including ourselves.
Like if I didn't have shows and things to promote, I'd probably just not have it.
And I'm weird. I'm the exact opposite. I never get on Instagram. I'm like, I don't really upload photos unless it's like show photos.
My own shit. My own shit, dude, like 3 times a year.
I'll pop a story in maybe once a week if I'm promoting something, but other than that,
I do stories every week because of the podcast.
Especially when the pandemic happened, even here recently, I was like, damn, I haven't made a post since 2019. Yes. I should probably let people know I'm like alive on
this platform, but everybody knows. They're all still seeing you at shows. It's weird.
Right. I don't know. It definitely I grew out of that phase of like the bathroom pic, like, oh, I'm gonna upload a selfie.
Lord, that shit never got me, bro.
Lord, I'm glad I am not in that phase anymore.
If Kurt takes like a really cool picture of me doing something cool, I'll post that. You don't see that very
much anymore, honestly. Well, it's all about like the setup.
Because everyone's a creator now.
Exactly.
It's all about the thing they're doing.
Even if you're not trying to be a creator, you're just trying to get the likes for the confidence.
That's right.
Boost.
It inadvertently made us all creators.
Yeah.
The lifestyle branding thing.
I used to care a lot about that. How many followers I got. It was all about the hashtags. Like all my photos had all these hashtags. Now I'm like,
well, it works.
I don't care.
If it's for your thing. If it's for your music, add a billion hashtags because that's what's going to... We just learned that YouTube has but only on the app on the phone. Can't do it from the actual computer software. So when you upload to YouTube, you got to get the creator suite. Gotcha. And then you can put the hashtags on. And dude, without a doubt, I went back and added them to older videos and their view counts went up.
Gotcha.
Like it 100% works because that's what people are searching for, man. It's keywords. And then you'll be attached. Sense. Like half of our viewers on YouTube
automatically just throw you in the queue.
They come from algorithms on other people's shit. They're click-throughs is what they call it. Yeah.
YouTube is a hard nut to crack.
There's so many fucking variables, dude.
You can unlock it, though. It's crazy.
We're trying. I think it's just constantness, and then figure out another thing.
Dude, Spotify's the same way. We're trying, because like we released a single, you know, our viewers and everything go up, our listeners.
That one's playlists, yeah.
All of a sudden you've gone up 800, 1,000 listeners, and it's like, okay, if you don't release another single
immediately,
it will go right back down to 200.
You have to have that in your brand, so you double dip. You know,
something we've talked about. I'm trying with AGR, because we always have that. We're like, we're gonna release an EP, we're gonna release an album.
Singles,
I'm like,
dude.
I would rather release a single every month and a half.
That's what Crows is doing. Like, we're recording everything at once right now, and then it's just gonna be singles. We're not releasing the whole thing until the last two. The last two will release at the same time as a collection of all the other songs.
It's just smarter, especially if you're like planning shows throughout the year, and release them around shows that are happening and stuff. It just builds that hype.
It seems new, but this is literally the original format of music. No one fucking made albums, man. The studio, you can go to Memphis right now and go to Sun Studios, where all the biggest fucking names in the world came from. All of them. There was the fucking recording studio, and right across the street was the radio station. Now the radio station is in the recording studio as a museum. They have all the old shit. They would take Elvis fucking Presley, and they would take the thing that they just recorded,
put it right on the radio.
Literally walk across the fucking street and put it immediately on that radio channel.
Crazy.
Immediately. And then they would ship copies all over to all the other ones. And that's how they would get it. But literally, tonight, we're dropping a new song. He was just here, blah, 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 blah. Just here, dude. And they would sit there and just do it until it was right. Perfect.
Not even play it to see if it worked. Just
they'll play it. You know, that's the engineer is going to sit there and they're lathe cutting the thing in real fucking time,
crazy.
Man.
Vinyl is amazing.
Singles were
amazing.
Everything. They didn't release whole albums until much later.
They were large artists
and
touring worldwide.
They would tour and tour and tour and tour and then release the fucking collection of songs.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was just a way to have it all at one time, which now you don't need that because you have this infinite database, this fucking thing.
Especially at a local level, I'm like, man, an album just seems like something that you would drop that, like, you're going to have probably 2 to 3 hot tracks on it that are like people.
Hopefully 4 if it's
hopefully
if
you're
at least
4
like great songs.
8 to 10 songs, you would hope half
that
of them are hot tracks.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's just it's still a month and then it's died.
If you drop 12, if you drop 1, it's the same amount of attention. That's the thing.
Exactly.
But like, I grew up in an era where having an album meant something, and you made one.
It's an accomplishment.
It was this accomplishment, this feat.
The fact that you can crank out that many songs and put it together and put it out.
Well, and make it cohesion.
Yeah.
Dude, like having the tracks in the order that the album has this ebb and flow, and it's not just this abrasive thing. Like, dude, track order matters.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. It fucking hits. Dude, it fucking hits. So
it was a lot of random artists.
It matters so much because you don't want too much low points and you don't want too many high points unless you're that band, like the Chariot. There's no fucking low point in a Chariot record. It's just constant chaos.
Got to see them one time in Memphis, and it was wild. He climbed all the way up the scaffolding and just hung his guitar and left it. We were like, what? Sat there the whole night. Everyone's clearing out. I'm like, that shit is still up there, bro. If that's free, I'll climb it.
He probably fucking left it.
I'll fucking climb it. Like,
but that's what you come to. Some bands, you have the thing that you expect, but for the most part, most bands kind of ride waves, you know?
Yeah.
Like we do that. We have slow songs. We have high tempo songs. We have like crazy, evil-y sounding songs, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I'm ready to release some more AGR songs. Like, we've got one on the 14th coming out, and then like we've got another one that kind of falls. Oh, dude, it's just gonna get
worse.
Yeah, better for worse.
It's just someone's pinky toe.
Yeah, we're trying not to think too much into it. Like, the first single was just Dylan's face. We're like, yep, throw a filter on
Does
it.
It matter?
It'll
Does
work.
It matter?
It's a single.
If it's a cabin or someone's face, just put the explicit. Just put the little explicit thing at the bottom. Fuck it. It's an album. You're good.
So I'm excited. We've got a couple more songs that we have that are in the works. We're finalizing vocal stuff on them, but they sound different for what we've put out already versus what we were about to put out. The third, maybe fourth one, whichever
I love the new shit. I'm a big.
It's taken a step up.
Yes.
It's been very. I will call
one,
it cutesy, happy pop music. It's a little bit more gritty.
Leaning into the grit, dude. That first.
We're hitting a gray
I can't
area.
say, but there's the new. I've heard anyway that intro. I'm like, well, this is the Chariot. I'm like, this is math rock shit. This is so fucking good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all are one of my all-time Arkansas local bands.
I'm
favorite.
super stoked. It's been really fun to see
and the
how
growth has been
AGR has
yes.
come and grown, and now I get to be a part of it, which is like even more amazing. I wasn't ever expecting that to happen, but bless them for giving me that opportunity, bro. It's been a lot of fun. I'm super stoked to play with all those dudes. We're all like great friends, all get along, and all talented. Everybody gets together and has their thing they bring to the band. That's like, we're a unit.
Super talent. Yeah.
I'm stoked. I talk shit on myself all the time. I'm like, I shared a meme the other day. It was like, I'm multi-instrumental. I suck at bass and guitar. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah, but you suck at two things most people can't do. At least you can do it somewhat.
Very true.
There are a lot of musicians out there, but there's a lot more that aren't.
Yeah, this is back to the cover show. That's how it was. It's like, dang, I'm learning like
15 songs.
16 songs, and luckily
that shit was tough.
I have to admit, I think A Day to Remember was way more easy because the music was just so burned into my head.
Sure.
That it's like all the patterns were easy. It's just putting numbers to it at that point. I already knew the patterns.
Well, Paramore ain't simple shit.
Paramore was different. I'm playing guitar. I wasn't playing bass. It was the first few weeks we were like, damn, this is gonna take a while, but we practiced our freaking ass off.
Yes, you did.
And we were able to pull it out, and we were like,
it was monumental, dude.
It was great. None of us had any idea Dylan was going full wig. And I'm like sitting there playing, and I look over. I was like, "What is going on, dude?"
We walked outside. We were like, "Beautiful."
It was amazing.
He came walking up, and everyone's in awe. And I said, "Do not go in there. Hold on, just a second. Like, Jude, please don't go inside yet. I have to let people know what is coming their way." And I wasn't even going to say nothing, dude, but I had to go in that room and just be like, "Y'all are not ready for this."
I was ecstatic. That night was a night I'll never forget.
It was phenomenal.
It has just paved the path even more for the future. Y'all are gonna do more Crashcast cover shows, I'm assuming.
Winky face.
Oh, snap. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Oh, there you go.
I think I commented last time. I think I said I called out Census. Who else did I say on there? The Espionage Act. I want to see them do a Crashcast one since they were a part of the other ones that happened. I think I called out Zilla. Zilla would be cool because that was the first time I'd seen them when we played with them previously, and I was blown away.
Zilla rocks. I didn't know who they were until I did that stream where I was just talking to people and somebody sent me their music. Fucking good shit.
So good. Shoot, who else, man?
So we always do 4.
My hands to war, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
I said I was wondering if there were to be any repeats.
You don't want too many repeats.
Yeah,
I feel like because there's so many.
Tell them doing
bands
with the
out
Punks
there.
for Paws thing because they've already mentioned they're like, well, AGR could play, and I was like, well, y'all played the first one. I wasn't a part of y'all back then, but you were part of the first one.
Yeah.
Let's bring up some other bands.
Who did play the first one?
Levels, Abamel, Anchor the Appetite.
Abamel, fuck, dude.
I'm going blank right now, man.
That's okay. It was fucking 4 years ago.
It was 4 bands. Right?
Any given room.
Any given room. Duh. You just fucking said it, bro.
That's why it was unfamiliar. It's like, oh wait, it was us.
Seems like
it was me. Not me, but
it's me, not me yet.
That band has changed a lot since then.
So much,
It's been crazy.
It's like the completely
since
different
Dylan
band.
has come in, and like some members have
and
come and gone,
and the new sound
members
is
come in.
evident too. It's like y'all have the thing that y'all were, but you've grown up in that, like your genre has grown, as y'all.
Yes.
And just it's so much.
I do.
Yeah, so much good.
I've been enjoying it because all the old stuff still kind of fits in with like.
You can still do the old shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all we've kind of changed a lot of the old stuff to have some like
Are
more
y'all bringing
impactful moments.
I was gonna say. So here's one for you. The set y'all booked all heavy bands with you. Like Lame Johnny's pretty heavy. It's real mad and real fast. The Violent Pact, apparently, they just put out some shit. That's as heavy as it gets.
We're just trying to come out swinging, bro. It's like we're kind of identifying more as post-hardcore at this point with everything that we're putting out. But I mean, also we have some music that's gonna
exactly
awesome. The new stuff will kind of dial it back some and let you know that hey, we can still kind of do these more vocal
shit.
More vocal stuff, and I'm stoked. But yeah, the two singles that'll be out by that show, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more energy to them. We're just hoping to physically bring that energy and just be like, whoa, like you don't have to be hardcore to be fucking hardcore, bro.
I mean, Tiny Town's one of the heaviest bands in Arkansas, and they don't even own a distortion pedal.
They prove it right there.
You get a mosh pit and you're using a Fender Stratocaster with single coil pickups.
Last song that they played was straight up a hardcore song, and they were like, you know what, we did a Turnstile set, man.
Yeah.
We should bite into this.
And killed
super
it.
Sick. I actually have that full song on my phone.
Okay,
and I'm like,
here's another one. Here's the one we debate on. You're coming into your own. You're being a player in the scene. Here's a conversation we have sometimes. Is it better because both cover shows so far have been huge successes? Does it matter the type of cover set, or does the bigger the band? Because this time was all big bands. It was all bands people are very familiar with. My Turnstile was probably the smallest name on that list as far as popularity as across the globe.
Yeah.
But even them, I mean, they're very big.
That's crazy.
They might not be
That's
selling out arenas
band.
yet, but
they
will be after this tour they're going on.
I definitely think it all depends on who's performing and what band.
Okay.
I mean,
so you're not necessarily
Bane went off
at
the first one, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know who Bane was.
Well, they were already a dead band. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it was a band you're never going to get to see.
That's right.
And we wanted to bring in the hardcore crowd too.
Exactly, and it's all it did what it was intended to do.
The multi-genre aspect is still huge. You got to keep it tiered. Like Paramore headlined against Killswitch, and
that's insane. And I will never forget. Bro.
And it was all going fucking swimmingly. It was all perfect.
There were people from my hometown, and amongst other people I saw online, they were like, "Fucking Paramore and Killswitch engage." And I was like, "At Vino's? No, my friend. It's actually me." I remember seeing those comments and being just like, "You really, really think Paramore's playing with Killswitch at a pizzeria?"
Hey,
all right.
20 years ago, that probably actually happened.
They did.
Yeah,
you sharing that Lorna Shore playing at Low Key Arts, I was like, that's wild to me to think like
opening for 10 seconds. Oh, they're at Vino's tonight. That's right.
Crazy, bro.
It's Easter, dude. Today
he has resin.
Weird. Risen drums.
Resin,
like this table. Risen drums. Shout out to them, dude. They make great drum kits. Dude. You drum?
I do not drum.
Loser. Get the fucking drumstick.
I can program some drums.
How
and I
dare
can,
you have that haircut?
I can
okay.
You've
seen enough guys go like
I'm
this.
not going to sit there at the, click my drumsticks together and
You'd be a great drummer. You got the lankiness. You'd be one of those flailing arm guys.
I definitely am lanky. That's for sure. I would like to drum too loud. It's too loud to practice. I'd have to have an electric kit.
Yeah.
Jacob Speak, he left an electric kit in my spare bedroom forever, and it was something I toyed around with, but just wasn't ever. Yeah, I've got a piano now.
You gotta have real drums, dude.
I'm really interested in getting fluid at the piano, which I've always been able to pick around and play.
I have notes. I can play notes.
I want to understand the keys. I want to. Same with guitar. I'm
if I'm in this one where it's between the two black ones, and I know the third one up here, like. That shit does not compute. I have to go. Yep. Got it. I can play in these two areas, and it's very rudimentary, but I can do it.
It helps. I mean, I learned.
Can you chord with both hands?
Guitar. I'm really good at like learning songs and just being
okay,
trying
just like
to
I
get
can do that.
If it's a rhythm, I already know it's really easy to do, and of course I can make up baloney all the time.
That's my thing. I just sit down and make shit up 24/7.
I learned guitar by ear. I didn't have any
Same.
teacher. I just had friends around me showing me tabs and stuff.
Same. That's the old school way of doing it. That's
It's the
pre-YouTube,
best
man.
way, man.
Get a
And
Mel Bay's book and a friend who already knows how to do it.
I have so many friends that were like high school band nerds that know like can read music, know every term, music theory, you name it. And I'm like, guitar goes wheelie wee.
This one
and sounds
goes
really
bunk.
good right there.
If this one goes bunk, I need this one to go bunk.
Right. So I'm actually trying to like learn some of that stuff. I will sit there and watch a video and go, interesting. What?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Still great, dude.
Guitar still goes whittly wee. Like but I'm trying to be able to sit there and go, okay, if I like this chord, what chords can I go from here?
Here's a funny fucking sidebar. We were trying to relearn. So Lame Johnny had written 3 songs that weren't on the record.
Right.
And I was like, those were even better songs because they were in this new direction. And we had them finished, but we hadn't touched them in 3. So we're sitting there trying to fiddle around like, okay. And we learned them all. And for some, brain fart, I was brain farting and ended up learning Take My Breath Away instead of our song.
My favorite thing to do, we'll be, like you say, get caught in a jam sesh. We start just doing some random stuff.
Uh-huh.
How can I incorporate Sweet Child of Mine's intro into the fucking song? And I'm like hitting all these tremolo and delays. And they're like, I'm like, boop, 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 boop,
Yep.
boop. And I'll do it for like 15 minutes before someone's like, are you fucking... You're doing that again, aren't you, you son of a bitch? I'm like, yeah.
I'm going to get this. Just let me do it. We talked about it. Once I played it, I was like, because we have one of those sub-and-ups, but I have it tuned to the higher octave instead of the lower one. And then I just crank the bass on the pedal, so it just comes out like that. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, dude, should we do this? Should we learn a heavy version of...
Dude.
It's like, why not, man?
Are you a pedal board surfer, or are you like I need a couple things and that's it?
I used to be a purist. Like, nothing that the amp head can't do I need to do, right? Off, on. That's it. For fucking, honestly, almost decades, to be legitimately honest. And then a buddy of mine made a delay pedal. He handmade it, and it was so fucking cool that it just switched off my brain, my about all of it. Like, I had no like disdain for him, but I was just like, my style, I don't need it. And now I'm very much like, dude, we got a tremolo that's adaptive.
Yes.
I have an adapt. So if I pick it harder, it tremelos harder. If I pick the tempo, it changes the tempo.
I've got something like that. So that Helix has a tremolo on there.
Yes.
And it'll like send it at a certain rate and then chop it up and slow it down and come back fast. And I'm like, this is perfect for AGR.
And it adjusts to your playing.
Yep.
So we have 2 delays now. We have that tremolo pedal. We got a fucking, like... What's the one that's like wah 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 wah?
A wah wah?
No. That's wah 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 wah. It's like
phaser?
Not a phaser, close. God damn, chorus.
Chorus. Okay.
It's a chorus pedal. We got that. There's only one song you can play with that, and that's Nirvana. So we don't even really use it that much, but we have it. It's electromonics. It's fucking sick. And distortion, all this other shit, tuner, pedals I never would have had, dude. I used to never have anything. Period. And now I have like this whole nice little suite, and I would love to add some more, but pedals have gotten fucking...
They're expensive, man.
So like ridiculous.
100, 200
Dude,
bucks.
3, 4, 5, 600, some of these fucking things. I'm like, I can buy a whole drum kit for this fucking one pedal. But
ridiculous.
They sound awesome. Go back in the Crashcast history. There's an episode I did with Chris Doan.
Yeah.
Where I was experimenting, like, what is Crashcast?
Dude has so many pedals. He's
Bro,
all the time uploading his new stuff, and I'm like, God.
So the whole podcast was me going, okay, because this when it all clicked for me, right? And so come on the podcast, and he sits there and we'll talk about one, and then he'll play a song with it. And it's so sick. It's such a good episode. It was very experimental for a podcast, but it's still a great
gear rundown.
It's a great gear rundown, dude. I'm a nerd for gear. I really do. That is one of the things where it's like friends like video games, and I'll be like, video games. Like I roll my eyes. this is Kurt's like,
Yeah.
we're sitting here talking about all this shit. He's like, what is even that? Yeah, jeez. That's my thing. I get really into cabinets and speakers and this and that.
Yeah.
And like I have my favorites, but then there's cool shit, man. People doing cool shit all the time. Like I got really into Emperor cabinets, you know, the handmade ones. It's just the tone is just ridiculous as fuck. And then going into there, you'll find some more companies, and you're just
music gear is not something you want to get into.
You'll be bankrupt for life.
Oh my god, that's why
Don't do it, kids.
I'm so glad I have a setup now where it's like you don't need anything unless you just wanted it, my boy.
Well,
like
I'm over here like I want two more drum kits for sure because I'm in so many fucking bands.
Yeah,
and I would love to have like just these nice drum kits for once, not like subpar like mid tier shit.
I feel that. I was always like, oh, I'm going to buy a guitar that I can afford, and I finally have an American Strat, and I'm like, it'll never leave my possession. It's that weird seafoam green. I'm like, the colors alike.
I don't give a fuck if I'm homeless. I'm keeping that guitar.
I will never sell that guitar or that amp.
Yep.
So I'm I'm honestly the worst at that because if I had kept every equipment, every guitar I'd have, you'd be like, "Oh my god, it's a music store."
He's a fucking.
But times are hard. You're a musician. You're broke as fuck.
Broke as fuck always.
Do I want that Epiphone over there, or do I want to eat for 2 weeks? I'ma eat.
Epiphone.
I'ma eat.
Ramen is cheap.
It is cheap.
If I could put it on layaway and just eat ramen for a month, I'll have it in a month.
Man.
Oh my god. How long have we been going?
2 hours 20.
Nice.
That's long.
And you got to get to practice.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy. Plug all your shit.
Man, Any Given Room, Lame Johnny, April 28th, Full Moon Records in Conway.
Try not to collapse.
Let's do it. Y'all are opening, right?
Hell yeah. Fucking yeah.
Best opening band out there.
In the world. That's our slogan.
Let's go. We have a show March 5th at Vino's with Cicadia, Vo, Frail State, and Cardinal Rule.
God
damn.
damn.
That's going to be a sellout show. It's going to be an early one, so make sure you come out. Punks for Paws, the second one, is going to be June 17th.
More info to come.
More info to come.
TBA.
On the artist. And we're doing a compilation. You can still submit for that if you want
bands
to.
Send your track. WAV or MP3?
WAV, yes.
Not WAV, y'all.
Not WAV. What else?
I think that's it.
That's about it. Yeah. AGR.
Come see you at the Okeechobee. What's the name of the place you work?
Otaku Takeout.
Otaku Takeout.
Yeah, come
that
see
place
me
is
at
dope
Otaku.
as fuck. They got a karaoke room now, right?
Yeah, we do. So
you go.
there's been people in there going crazy.
Yeah. So I know what's up.
April 14th, AGR has Leopard Crocs releasing. So, yeah.
Wait, the shoe?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know when the demo name just sticks? It just stuck. Okay.
We can't do our demo names, man. Ours are all fucked up.
Jeez. Man, that's about it.
Thanks again for saving our asses,
Yeah, dude, anytime.
We have Patreon. We have all the stuff. Crashcast Pod, Twitter Crashcast Pod 1, I think. I don't get on there anymore, so fucking who cares? Kurt does, so I still say it. And everybody, hope you had a good Easter, and thank you for listening.
Later.
Woohoo!
Oh, no, I don't break the seal.
Once you break